Alright, let's get on. We've been listening to the song too long. Let's get back with the game, shall we? Let me get everything ready, cause wow. Well, so much for a fun evening at home. The knights came and crashed our party. They were shouting all about a witch and a witch trial. Talk about coming out of left field. They arrested Espella and dragged her to the courthouse under sus of being one of those witches they mentioned. And if she's found guilty, why not right field? Oh yeah, and she's found guilty. Oh, you know, they'll throw her into a pit of fire. They're joking, right? They're not gonna throw her into fire, right? Funny. So right now we're back at a cross-examination. I had to end early last time because I was feeling lightheaded. But we're currently at a cross-examination where they're talking about the milk bucket right now. When I saw her, the witch was carrying a large milk bucket in one hand and a lantern in the other. The large lantern you mentioned is this one, correct? There is no mistaking it. That fiendishly fiendish form with its case darker than the darkest of night. That was the lantern. It's just a normal lantern. What is this? It would seem the glass is shattered. And there seems to be a sizable amount of mud stuck to it. On closer inspection, it appears mud has stuck to the broken sections of glass. Most intriguing. Casual witch bird. Really? Please do not tell me you just wrote out. Why'd you write that out? I don't like that. That's horrifying. So then, when exactly did the lantern get mud all over it? By the way, witness, you also saw a milk bucket, is that right? Indeed, I would bet my sword on it. And yet, that milk bucket mysteriously vanished from the scene of the crime. How many times must I say, Sir Apprentice Baker? The problem is the black lantern. Ah, yes. The girl had the lantern hanging from her wrist. Her hand was contorted in a strange way. I mean, literally. It's just... wow, it's just that... I feel sorry for the goat, though. That goat is getting squeezed the life force out of it right now. It's just insane. The girl had the lantern hanging from her wrist. Her hand was contorted in a strange way. Oh, it's screaming, it's screaming. She had the lantern hanging from her wrist. Are you sure? Of course we're sure. If that wasn't it, then how else would the girl manage to hold her invisible scepter? Ma'am, please, just testify about what you actually saw. We just said that's what we saw. Isn't that right, Snowy? Indeed, a handle as wide as this could be easily hung from the accused's small wrist. Yes, yes. Yes, that's what we were telling you. Isn't that right, Mummy's little snowball? It's no good. They're all bent on assuming Espella was holding that scepter. It seems it may be best not to pursue this line of questioning any further. Well, that's just super. Alright, let's move on then. I got a good look at her hand, and it looked for certain that she was gripping something. What exactly was the defendant gripping? Flower. It was... that's right, it was something cane-like. What was it called? A witch's scepter? Yes, it was definitely that.
Objection!
Whoa, wait, Miss Kira. You didn't actually see it, did ya? Witness? This cane-like object, was it perhaps roughly this size? Is it this thing right here? You want it closer to your face? Phoenix sweating in 3D is so surreal. What about sweating in 4D? You can feel the sweat. Oh, why, yes, it was exactly that size. It's no good. They're all bent on assuming Espella was holding that scepter. It seems it may be best not to pursue this line of questioning any further. Well, that's just super. I mean, I already said that. The witch was holding a scepter in her right hand. She did not drop it once before she was apprehended.
Hold it!
Let me get this straight. There was no way for you to see this invisible scepter, was there? Well, now that's common sense, boy. One cannot see what is not there to be seen. In that case, there was also no way you could tell whether or not she might have dropped the scepter. Well, these old eyes of mine honed in on her hand like a hawk until they couldn't see straight. The young lady was most certainly holding an invisible scepter in her right hand, while at the same time also carrying the lantern. Or, do you perhaps possess some piece of evidence to suggest that she dropped the scepter? There hasn't been any evidence so far to suggest Espella was holding the scepter. Evidence suggesting the scepter was dropped? Now that's an interesting idea. Did the bread maker win yet? Not yet. Not yet. Huh? If Espella did not have the scepter in her hand, it would have been impossible for her to use any magic. Well, yeah, that's true. I don't suppose might there be a piece of evidence that could prove this? Something to prove that Espella was not holding the scepter at the time of the murder? In other words, evidence to show that even if Espella had been holding the scepter, she would have dropped it. Wait, she did drop something though. Is everything alright, Mr. Wright? The truth about what happened in that brief instant will likely decide Espella's fate. I have to do everything I can to find a contradiction in these testimonies. Guess I should take another look at the court record. The thing is, we felt Phoenix was kinda being a bit sus about the wordsmith. Holding a scepter, she did not drop it. But she did drop this lantern. Nobody mentioned the lantern, right? I'm gonna try the lantern. Objection! There is a high probability that Miss Cantabella was not holding the scepter. But if for the sake of argument she had been holding it, she would undoubtedly have dropped it at the time of the incident. What do you mean? What I mean, Inquisitor Barnham, is that this lantern proves the defendant was not holding the scepter.
Objection!
What foolishness are you spotting, Sir Prentice Baker? That lantern's handle was around the accused's wrist.
Objection!
Meaning she could have held the scepter. I'm afraid that's not the problem here, Inquisitor Barnham. The problem is with the broken glass and the mud plastered all over it. What? The rain had ended just as the murder was taking place. That would make the path fairly muddy, don't you agree? When the thieves grabbed Miss Cantabella by the arm, the lantern must have fallen into the mud. The lantern fell into the mud. Why, of course. That makes sense, doesn't it, my little snowy wowie, my snowy wowie? Isn't that right, my chatty watty? That sounds weird. Well, what do you think, Inquisitor Barnum? If she was holding the scepter at the time, that would mean that when she dropped the lantern, the scepter would have fallen along with it. Ugh! What's going on? Inquisitor Barnum seems speechless. It's like he got attacked by a big gust of air. That the defenders managed to turn the thing around? Even though he's just some baker? No way! Pay the witch's accomplices no heed. They're just trying to trick you.
Bottom, 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 bottom.
Ugh, just, what is this?
Hold it!
One moment, please. Everyone. Oh wait, hold on. My charger's like connected to my Switch, so like the Switch has to get a bit closer so I can actually get this 3DS charging so it doesn't die during the stream. Everyone, please listen. Didn't we all just stand here and explain to the court what we clearly saw? Oh, it's a lantern, so what? What's so special about it? Explain it to me so I can understand. So that you can understand? Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious just by looking at it. Mr. Wright. What is it, Mr. Layton? There is something about this witness. Oh, Is Kira an imposter? Miss Kira, was it? Tell me, Miss Kira. How good is your eyesight exactly? Huh? As you just heard Mr. Wright explain, the answer to your query is quite... Yeah, to your query is quite obvious at a glance. Tell me, are you able to see the mud present on this lantern? Mud? What mud? What are you talking about? Oh, he slammed the desk. Your Honor, did you hear that just now? Yes, indeed. What does it mean exactly? It means that Miss Kira's poor eyesight is the reason she cannot see the mud present on this lantern. In other words, the validity of Miss Kira's testimony is questionable at best. Oh, he just pointed his finger at her. Ah! Flowers protect me. Order! Order in the court! What is the meaning of this? What say you in your defense, witness? I highly recommend you give us nothing but the truth. I'm sorry, Inquisitor Barnum. It's true, I need to wear glasses. All the time, in fact. You need to wear glasses? Now that you mention it, I didn't notice something odd about you today. Oh, I thought you looked familiar. Gone is the mist that clouded my mind. In its place, clarity. Fair maiden, a pair of spectacles are as valuable as a shield to a knight. Make haste and procure another pair. Now then, Miss Kira, tell me, at the time of the incident, were you wearing your glasses? No, I was not wearing them. The truth is, I lost my glasses a couple of days ago. You lost them? So her glasses were missing during the time of the incident. Mr. Wright, might I recommend that you keep note of this fact? It could prove useful later. Got it. So apparently I know what her glasses look like. Or is that everybody's glasses? You know, everybody wears glasses just for their nose. There's no ear handles or anything. It's like, alright, let me put this on. Boop, it just falls down. She lost them a few days before the incident. Am I to believe there is nothing left to prove on this matter? At the time of the murder, the accused did not have a witch's scepter in her possession? Could she not?
Hold it!
Hold it! Wait just a moment, Snowy and I have much more left to say. I think Snowy is saying a lot more than you think. That's right. My trusty sword of justice shall cut through this witch's treacherous lies. I may have lost my glasses, but I haven't lost my will to testify. Did she just eat that? Eureka, I remember now. Old age has a way of sneaking up on me. I'm sure you must understand. Yeah, I understand. I understand you're all completely ridiculous. She just ate that flower. It would seem we have not yet arrived at a clear-cut verdict. Witnesses, you may once again begin to testify to the court. Tell us about the scepter and how it was used in the detestable display of witchcraft that you all witnessed tonight. Alright, we're making progress. Let's see what happens this time. The girl was not holding the scepter in the same hand as the lantern, which means it must have been in her other hand. The accused is holding a milk bucket in the court illustration. Who's to say she wasn't also holding the scepter in that hand? That milk bucket is lighter than it looks. Even Snowy could carry it, so she could have easily held the scepter as well. I did not see this milk bucket. Everything felt like an illusion. Everybody loves the milk bucket, right? I love the milk bucket. The scepter was in her other hand, you say? No, the milk bucket was in her other hand. The milk bucket! How come nobody remembers the milk bucket? Some people were talking about the milk bucket, but let's talk about the milk bucket. Indeed, such a proposal is feasible. Sir Baker. Yes, Your Honor. It is the strangest thing. The longer this trial goes on, the more you begin to resemble a legitimate defender. Huh. Well, no matter. Defender, you may begin your interrogation. Ah, yes, the interrogation scene. Looking forward to it. Let's go. The girl was not holding the scepter in the same hand as the lantern, which means it must have been in her other hand. Hello, Alex. How you do? Suss out the imposters? Oh, I will. By the way, speaking about sus stuff, did you know that the Among Us crew actually made plushies of the Among Us guys? Now you can buy your own plushies at GameStop and their website. Whee! But did you actually see that with your own eyes? Alas, Magic's vile embrace hid the scepter from my sight, so I did not see it per se. However, through my years of nightly training, I have learned to see through such cunning trickery. Is that so? For example, this morning, I found myself unable to locate the whereabouts of my trusty blade. Its location was a mystery. I also forgot my knife one day. I don't know where it was, but it was... Somehow I found it in somebody's back? Such a weird place to put a knife, am I right? So I tried my hardest to think and remember where I would have kept it last. And before long, behold, it transpired I was carrying my trusty blade in its scabbard all along. Life is riddled with such trickery. Would you say life is riddled with trickery, Nick? Only if we're talking about my life, Maya. Phoenix's life is a weird thing. The accused is holding a milk bucket in the court illustration. Who's to say she wasn't also holding the scepter in that hand?
Hold it!
Wait, she can't. The handle, you gotta grip your hand around it. Where else would you put a scepter? In the milk? Ah, yes, the way I love my milk. Scepter. Scepter tasting milk. The cool illustration. So yeah, the thing is... Wait, was that second guy gonna hit her with the bottle or something? That's right, judging by the sketch alone, it does look possible for her to have held the scepter. However, if you actually try holding that thing, you'll notice just how thick it is. No way could she have been holding it.
Objection!
That is nothing more than mere speculation. You cannot say for certain that she was unable to hold it. You say speculation, I say it's a fact. There's just no way a speller could have been holding that thing. As expected, this testimony is filled with nothing but assumptions and conjecture. Mr. Layton. You know, Mr. Wright, there does not appear to be any usable evidence present in the court illustration. Yeah, I agree. It does look that way. The milk bucket ended up disappearing from the scene. Could that actually be an important piece of evidence in itself? Can I write down the milk bucket? That milk bucket is lighter than it looks. Even Snowy could carry it, so she could have easily held the scepter as well.
Hold it!
Milk bucket, am I right? Just 1 second, Mary. What is it now? Snowy and I don't have all night, you know. Come on then, out with it. I just have one question regarding your testimony. How exactly did you know that the bucket Miss Cantabella was carrying was light enough for Snowy to carry? Well... You see, the girl always uses the same bucket whenever she comes to buy milk from us. Naturally, I would have seen that bucket countless times before. You've seen it countless times before. That doesn't answer my question. You specifically said that bucket is lighter than it looks. Miss Mary, at some point tonight, you must have held that bucket yourself. Now then, please enlighten us as to exactly when you got your hands on the bucket. Mr. Bucket. Bucket of fun. Mary's the sussy imposter Oh, really? Why did I read that? It's true. By that time, Rob's mugs had already been burnt to ash, and I thought, hey, free milk, glug glug glug. And then I noticed the milk in that bucket that the girl had been holding in her hand. It looked so delicious. The milk? Then when those two went up in a blaze, Snowy and I made a dash for the bucket. We just gotta get that delicious milk. As the girl stood there looking confused, we took the milk from her to make sure it was okay. We went Huh? Unbelievable. Witness, you... Well, it was just so wasteful. The thought of all that disgusting ash falling into such precious milk. I felt I just had to protect the milk, so I took the bucket back to the farm with me. Protect the milk, everybody. The milk is delicious! Madame, do you mean to tell the court that you took evidence from a crime scene back home with you? Illegal! That explains why we were unable to locate the milk bucket at the scene. Oh, I was hoping that Snowy would scream again. Oh my, you're scaring poor Snowy. Here, I brought the bucket with me. Anyway, see, I didn't even tamper with the milk. So she just brought the milk bucket full of milk in here. She's like, ah, here we go, delicious drink. Like, in the middle of the court, you just see her going glug, 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 glug with the milk. That's some good evidence. I'm sure you didn't. The court shall accept this milk bucket as evidence. Can we drink it if we're done? Or is the milk evidence too? Looks like that's one more piece of evidence for us. Now, will the gentleman with the impressive beard proceed with his testimony? I did not see this milk bucket. Everything felt like an illusion. An illusion. You didn't see the bucket. Wait, we already went through that. Yeah. Indeed, naturally there was no way of me noticing the witch before the crime occurred. My mind was placid as the most placid of placid lakes. But like the early bird on its morning hunt for that elusive worm, my senses remain vigilant. You do realize the other witnesses have all testified to having seen Miss Cantabella carrying that bucket, though. And when you have journeyed as far as I have through life, you find all is but an illusion. That is, except for Lord Storyteller, of course. It just gets weirder. That's it for the testimony. Still, something is bound to be there. I can't believe Mary took the bucket home with her. Miss Mary must be one of those thieving forest wolves we've been hearing about. Let us hope she doesn't eat like a wolf as well, Luke. Let us hope she doesn't eat like a wolf as well, Luke, for her snowy sake. For her snowy sake. Read. I can't read, what the heck? I've got this new piece of evidence, but the question is, how can I use it? You know, looking at this milk bucket now, it does look sort of different from the sketch, don't you think? It might be a good idea to get a nice good look at the actual milk. Wait, hold on, let me get a good look at that. Oh wait, do I not have the image? Oh, I thought I had the image, or is it... I mean, it did look different in the drawing, that I know for sure. This milk bucket has like... Yeah, if you hold the milk bucket like that, how can you hold the scepter? The milk bucket looks completely different. I just thought like there's a way I can actually see the court illustration. I guess I can? Huh. I think I got it though. The girl was not holding the scepter in the same hand as the lantern, which means it must have been in her other hand. I kinda doubt that. I think with this we might get further, so objection! All of your testimonies have come to the same conclusion. The scepter was not in her right hand with the lantern. Therefore, it must have been in her other hand that was holding the bucket. However, that's not it. Not by a long shot. What do you mean? Contrary to what one of the witnesses stated, the milk bucket was in fact at the crime scene. And you'll also notice something about this bucket. Take another look at the court illustration. Something about the bucket seems a bit odd, a bit sus, wouldn't you say?
Objection!
This illustration was based on eyewitness accounts, so a small discrepancy or two is conceivable.
Objection!
Actually, Inquisitor Barnum, it's highly likely that this illustration is much less accurate than you think. In fact, there is a blatant contradiction present in this illustration. The bucket. Admittedly, it does at first look possible that Miss Cantabella was holding the scepter and the bucket at the same time. However, if you look at the real milk bucket, that possibility goes up in smoke. Here, let's have a look at the real deal. Notice the handle? That cannot be! Oh, but it is. This milk bucket has two pieces of wood on either side of the handle. If you were to try and hold both the scepter and this bucket, well, let's just say that'd be a challenge. To put it simply, there is no way anyone could hold both the bucket and the scepter at once. What? That must mean clearly you have the wrong bucket. We never lie when it comes to milk. That is the very bucket I took. It looks like the witnesses are as surprised about this as Barnum. The defendant couldn't have been able to hold the bucket and the scepter at once. Also, we have already established that she was not holding a scepter in her right hand. Therefore, the defendant, Miss Aspella Cantabella, was not holding a witch's scepter at any point during the incident. Imagine they just cut the chain already. They're like, he's talking too much, cut the chain. Ah! Order! Order? I said order. Just what? What is the meaning of this? We're not gonna dump a girl into the lava? Phooey! In all my days as judge of this court, I have never heard such an argument. These are but a paltry set of words, and yet they ring with such remarkable strength. Holy heck, what's in my eye? Your Honor, what you just heard was logic. Logic, you say? What is with these two? They just silenced Inquisitor Barnum with mere words and not weapons. No guns, no swords, just blah 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 language. Such foolishness. This must be some kind of witchcraft. Wait, do you think could they be witches? Ah, yes, male witches. It would seem that the concept of logic does not exist in this world. Right, then let's take this chance to knock their case down a peg or two. I'm worried if we keep this up, we'll all be joining Aspella in a one-way trip to the flames.
Objection!
I mean, oh, I thought he was dabbing for a second. Most intriguing. A knight allows his sword to speak for him during battle. You have spoken with a sword of words. So be it. I too shall wield such a blade. What do you mean? Sir Blue Knight, there appears to be a hole in this logic of yours. A hole? According to the earlier testimony, it was believed the accused had the lantern hanging from her wrist by the handle. However, she supposedly dropped it, hence it being covered in mud. That's right. While that may be true, it does not necessarily mean the accused was therefore unable to use magic. It is merely a question of when she dropped the witch's scepter. What do you mean, Inquisitor Barnum? It is very simple, my lord. The accused, while first holding the lantern and the witch's scepter, cast her magic. Then, she dropped both the lantern and the scepter. Ah. The witch's scepter was dropped after the spell was cast. Of course, yes, that must be it. What say you, Sir Blue Knight? Shing! That is but a taste of the knightly knowledge of the Inquisition! And to that I say, bring it on. Just don't stab me, please. Wow. Sir Barnum cut through that baker's witchery like a hot knife through butter. Hot knife challenge, y'all. Exemplary. I expected nothing less from the hand of Barnum. Nobody expects the Labyrinthian Inquisition. Ooh, to be able to shake that powerful hand someday, I'd swoon.
Barnum.
That Inquisitor isn't quite what he first appeared. Yeah, it sure seems that way. Just a moment ago, it seemed like he never even heard a logical debate. Now he's suddenly using it against us. This guy is no joke, that's for sure. Stop dabbing. Now then, most honorable witnesses, I ask that you lend us your aid once more. Oh. I request that you all testify to the court once more. Tell us which occurred first. The chicken or the egg? The dropping of the lantern or the casting of the spell? Witnesses, you may begin your testimonies. Tell this court in your own words about the sequence of events which transpired tonight. Oh boy. We got another witness testimony. Of course, the lantern fell to the ground after the incantation of Ignace. Sploosh! I'm as sure as Snowy is white. I made certain to keep my eyes peeled on that milk bucket after all. Besides, how can you be sure the lantern fell just because it had a little mud on it? These eyes do not lie. I saw the lantern in the accused's hand when the incantation was uttered. Figures. Their testimonies are all over the place now. These 4 testimonies, they are most interesting. The witnesses all saw the same thing, and yet, people's memories are evidently quite fickle. They can never be a truly reliable source. Well then, Professor, with enough poking and prodding, I bet we can really cause their testimonies to crumble. Of course, we need to exploit their fickle memories to turn this thing around. We've got this, Nick. We'll press them so hard they won't even remember what they had for breakfast. I can't even remember what I had for breakfast. Was it bread? Could it be bread? I think that's all we eat. All we eat is bread. Now, Sir Baker, you may begin your interrogation. Bread, bread, bread. Cross-examination time. Of course, the lantern fell to the ground after the incantation of Ignace. Sploosh! The lantern fell after the incantation. Are you positive about that? I say I am positively positive that I am positive. I heard a voice and then sploosh! That sploosh? Was that the sound of the lantern hitting the ground? Indeed, but of course, do you see? But if you look at the lantern, you'll notice that the glass is shattered. You specifically said you heard a sploosh. Shouldn't you have heard the sound of the glass shattering when it hit the ground? The sound of glass shattering? No, I'm afraid I failed to catch your drift. Oh, wait, what? I was present in an area a bit farther away from the crime scene, you see. I have no recollection of hearing such a sound. No recollection? Precisely so. I'll have you know I can easily hear a dog barking across town. Do not underestimate my hearing. I wasn't relaxed, Grandpa. There is nothing of interest in this testimony. Will the witness with the go please proceed with her testimony? Huh? Right, you mean us. You startled us, didn't he, Snowy? So it seems like maybe she has an update or something? Like, she did have a word bubble. I'm as sure as Snowy is white, I made certain to keep my eyes peeled on that milk bucket after all. But earlier, you stated that Miss Cantabella had the lantern hanging from her wrist. Well, not quite. We didn't say for certain. We only believed it was on her wrist. Believed? Yes, precisely. You know how you sniff milk when you're not quite sure if it's gone bad? and then your nose is assaulted by that foul odor that you weren't expecting? Well, it's a bit like that. Heed my words, madame. Do not make a habit of stealing for your own safety. We said we're sorry. Please, it was all Snowy's fault. Don't blame the goat. It's not my fault. Hey, box boy. How do you do? Oh, brother. Anyway, we can confidently say that we both saw the milk bucket, right, Precious? And as for the lantern falling, we don't know much about that, do we now, Schnookums? No! Besides, how can you be sure the lantern fell just because it had a little mud on it? What do you mean? Well, maybe the mud was already on the lantern before any of this happened. Did you ever think of that? Before any of this happened. Like, maybe it's been there since last week. It did rain last week too, after all. And if that's the case, then there really isn't any point arguing about whether or not she dropped the lantern, right? Indeed. What say you, Defender? I say, take a closer look at the lantern. You'll notice there's mud on the glass. Mud on the glass? The lantern wouldn't be very useful with all that mud blocking out the light. Miss Kira, I'd say your little theory regarding this lantern is muddy at best. Ah! I could point out witnesses till the cows come home. But that wouldn't turn this testimony into anything I can use. I've got to find a lead somewhere. Oh yeah, she's blind, she can't see anything. These eyes do not lie. I saw the lantern in the accused's hand when the incantation was uttered. This is important. Are you sure you really saw that lantern? You are but a petty baker, are you not? It is not your place to be telling me what is important. There is but one thing of importance. Ridding the town of its witches as quickly as possible.
Objection!
Can't we be friends with the witches? Hardly. I say this is far more important. What? We're trying to find out the truth here. How absurd. That girl is a witch, I say. A witch! I would stake my entrance into the Knights of the Inquisition on it. Listen well, whelp. Yes, Sir Barnum. Many young men within the ranks of the knighthood share your level of passion. However, you let your ambition completely blind you, the same way that a muddy lantern leaves one blind and helpless in the dark. What? This guy? Yes, indeed. I would say he is quite the tough motivator. What do you think, Nick? Did you notice anything fishy? Yeah, possibly. I think there may be something I can use. Really? Wow. I didn't hear anything special. There was definitely something out of place about that one witness's testimony. It was something I haven't noticed from any of the other witnesses so far. It appears you may have found something, Mr. Wright. A four-witness cross-examination. This is something I've never done before. Is anyone looking forward to Ace Attorney 7 and the 10-witness cross-examination? You gotta use your Joy-Con to point out each witness. Like a crowd of 50 witnesses, you gotta point out which 10 are the ones that can help out. You are the witness. In Ace Attorney 13, you're the witness. Imagine an Ace Attorney VR game, wouldn't that be crazy? Holy heck, how come I haven't tried... You know, that's what I gotta do in VR chat next time. When I do more recordings of VR chat, I gotta check out the Mario worlds, the Phoenix Wright worlds. I gotta see if they exist. I wanna be in the courtroom in 3D. I wanna be right there making all these reactions and whatnot, like, ah, oh! But then, maybe there's another way I should be tackling this. I believe it is worth trusting that intuition, Mr. Wright. Okay, got it. Alright, let's try pressing that old man one more time. Poke. Ace Attorney VR, but instead of clicking a button to object, you point your finger. You point the finger. Oh, goodness. But yeah, just to make sure that everybody hear about the 2 things of news I pointed out, the new update on the VTuber model, and the fact that mods can now do channel point bets now.
Hold it!
But let's go press that old man again. The lantern fell and after the incantation. Are you positive about that? I say I am positively positive that I am positive. I heard her voice and then sploosh! Yep, CB. There's one trade-off though. Mods can bet now, but they can't choose the outcome. So let's say that I make something and I want another mod to like choose the outcome for me. They can't if you bet. But mods can bet now. Mods can bet now. It's a good trade-off though. So you can't influence the bet in your favor if you bet. So finally they added that. That sploosh was the sound of the lantern hitting the ground. Indeed, but of course, do you see? Nope, you can't rig it, CB. Your fortune telling powers are not gonna work. Oh wait, chat, can I explain one more thing though? So I got my Pokemon packs ready for Saturday, you know, for the Mario Kart 8 and Pokemon card stream on Saturday. I got a couple of packs, but there was one pack that was like crumpled up at the bottom. It just looked really out of place, and I thought, you know what, why not just open it for fun and see what I get? Maybe it might be like a holo or something. It was the Guardians Rising pack, but you know what, do you know what I pulled out though? No, it wasn't fake, But you wanna know what I pulled out though? I pulled out, on my own time, I pulled the rarest card of the set there, which you can barely see, but it is a Sylveon GX card. Somehow I pulled out the rarest card of the set just by opening one pack. This is literally the top chase card of the set. It's a rainbow rare Sylveon, but I will show it on Saturday because, you know, on Saturday there will be a camera with no green screen, so you can actually see the rainbow rare Sylveon, though. Like, maybe I have to put it close enough? Like, out of all the packs that I wanted to open on my own, I pulled one out with a Sylveon. It is a gorgeous card, though. It is one of the best looking cards I have ever gotten, though. It's amazing. But please tell me that during the stream on Saturday I can pull rare cards too. Why is it that when I open one outside the stream, I pull the rarest one in Guardians Rising? Like, if you want to know the value of this card right here, this is a $50 card. This card is $50, which is amazing. I was literally shaking that outside the stream I had to pull a very rare card. It's insane. It looks so beautiful though. I will show it again on Saturday without the green screen thing. But of course, hopefully the VTuber model will be done before the stream on Saturday, because if it is, maybe that stream will be the debut of my model. It looks even better now. The commissioner is almost done with it. Just gotta wait and see. That's why I've been checking my phone. I'm like, oh. Wait, what? Are you joking? She's done with it now. She just finished it right now. It's done. The model was done. She said it would be done Saturday, but she said it's done now. I just got the link right now for my live 2D model. Oh my goodness. So Saturday. Okay. Now I gotta make this official. Saturday stream will be the official debut of the Pixel Sloth VTuber model. VTuber debut Saturday night. Be there or be dead. Oh my goodness. Hold on, I'm gonna just pull it up real quick. I'm gonna pull it up again, so give me 1 second, chat. Give me 1 second. Can I just pull this up here? Yeah, be there. Like, right. It's done. It's literally done. It's insane how it's done. Like, this should come as a surprise because I told her that I'm streaming. Like, she told me that she'd be done on Saturday, right? And I said, oh, that's convenient because I'm doing my belated birthday stream on Saturday. Surprise! It's done. Like, oh my goodness. I can't believe this. This isn't an April Fool's joke. Is it? Like, it can't be. Like, but to those who want a preview, this was the update that I was sent 2 hours ago. So on Saturday, you're gonna see this boy move, you're gonna see this boy talk, you're gonna see this boy open Pokemon cards and race on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So if you want to race against a VTuber, I better see you there on Saturday. Literally, this model is done now. It is complete. VTuber debut Saturday. I am so flipping hyped right now. I am so freaking hyped right now. I cannot wait. I can't wait to actually try it out. I gotta do a test after the stream. I gotta get this set up and everything. But on Saturday, this is gonna happen and so much more. I can't believe it, chat. I can't believe I'm literally like way too hyped right now. I don't know what to say. Oh my goodness. And I thought I had to wait another 2 days or so. Oh my goodness, but hello Saku, Pixel Dog, hello Kyo. Kyo, when'd you get here? Kyo just popped out of nowhere saying, model? But I cannot wait. So, of course, just to let you know, everybody, on Saturday will be the Mario Kart 8 and Pokemon card stream where I'll be opening a pack after every race. And I don't know if everybody heard, but I did get some packs earlier. And I decided to open one off stream because, you know, for fun. Tell me how I pulled one of the rarest cards I ever found on my own. I found this Sylveon GX card in a pack that was out of place in the stack that I got. It is a Sylveon GX Rainbow Rare card from Guardians Rising. Like, how come I didn't open that during stream? How come my luck is better off stream than on stream? My luck ain't so great on the stream, but outside the stream, I got great luck. My RNG is weird. Oh, Sako, I hope your dad gets better soon. Best wishes for your papa. But anyway, let's get back to the case. I hope everybody's doing alright so far. But if you look at the lantern, you'll notice that the glass is shattered. I'm sorry, I got really excited, chat. I got really excited. That a big surprise right there. But of course, Saku, if the stream helps you out in any way, even just a little bit, I hope it helps. You specifically said that you heard a sploosh. Shouldn't you have heard the sound of the glass shattering when it hit the ground? The sound of glass shattering? No, I'm afraid I failed to catch your drift. Oh, and then she did that, yeah. Then Mary's like, hold it! There we go. There it is. Right there. I knew I heard something strange. I heard the sound of a thought bubble. Huh? But old Greybeard didn't say anything weird. Maya, it's not the old guy that says something weird. It's the person next to him. Next to him? Oh, look there, Professor, the goat lady. She looks really deep in thought. It would seem she has noticed something odd in this elderly gentleman's testimony. Ah. That's right, these cross-examinations have 4 witnesses. Hey Nick, it looks like we're not the only ones paying attention to these testimonies. You're right, which means if they're all listening to each other's testimonies... Correct, Mr. Wright. Each witness is fully aware of themselves and their own actions when in the middle of their own testimonies. However, it is while listening to the testimonies of others that the witnesses may sometimes reveal the most valuable info. I see it. Habitual? They can't tell they're doing it, but I can. And I'm gonna use it to turn the tide back in our favor. And I'm gonna use it to my advantage. In fact, I do believe I may have spotted our first opening in which to test this new technique. Mr. Wright, could I draw your attention to the touchscreen? The touchscreen? What's a touchscreen? Sliding the magnifying glass during a witness's testimony will allow you to shift your focus across to another witness. Witness scrolling. Okay. Right. So the important thing here isn't the witness that's in mid-testimony, it's the other 3 witnesses listening. It's just a matter of catching them off guard and questioning them. What are you waiting for, Nick? Let's give it a shot. How about we try questioning the goat lady next to old Graybeard? Okay, all I have to do is slide the magnifying glass over to that witness. The sound of glass shattering? No, I'm afraid I failed to catch your drift. And then... Oh! Scrolling! Oh, I'm sorry, everybody. I got the stylus drift. You know, like the Joy-Con drift, but my stylus is drifting. They can't... No, they can't stop shaking. Earthquake! Who is here? Who is sus?
Hang on!
Hang on! That Phoenix sounded a bit weird right there. Hang on! This is one thing that will come back in the Great Ace Attorney. When we get there. If we get there. Will we get there? I don't know. Excuse me, Miss Mary. Oh, do you mean us? But Snowy and I have nothing else left to say. I knew it. I caught her completely by surprise. Mr. Wordsmith just gave his testimony. He told us all about the sound he heard when the lantern fell to the ground. Mr. Wordsmith didn't seem too sure. But I wonder if you might happen to have something to say to... But I wonder if you might have happened to have something to say about this. Huh? Well, that's... Is that alright, Sir Barnum? May we answer the question? Do what you will, madame. There is no need for formalities. Huh? Well, we'll try and explain, won't we, Snowy? The truth is, we did hear something. That is to say, we heard the sound of the lantern's glass shattering. We're sure of it, it was frightening loud. Imagine Barnum said no. No! Guilty! We lost. Espella's thrown into the fire. Ah! And now, like, it's just like, no! Guilty! Ah! Espella just falls into the fire. Literally, that's it. It quite startled us, didn't it, Snowy dear? I looked into the direction of the sound, but I couldn't see anything, let alone the girl of those 2 thieves. It was a tad dark after all. Beautiful effect. Oh, why, thank you. I made the explosion out of my own hands. You know how people do, like, shadow puppets and whatnot? I did shadow explosions. When the glass shattered, the flame inside must have gone out. Hence, you could not see them. Also, Kyo, I haven't seen you in a long while. How have you been? I hope you've been doing alright. I missed you. That seems to be the gist of it. Then as I peered into the darkness, I heard it. You heard it? What did you hear exactly? You know, Dad, I heard the incantation for the spell Ignaze. Serious, Layton is serious. What did you just say? Now hold it right there, witness. Yes, my lord. The glass shattered when the lantern fell. Then after that, you heard the incantation for the spell Ignaze? Do you swear to this court that this is without a doubt correct? Did anyone else notice Layton has a different text sound than everyone else? Oh, isn't that the text sound from his game? Because you can hear which one's the Phoenix Wright sound effects and which one are the Layton sound effects. Yes, maybe I think. I was right! It is fun to text sound from the Layton games, even though I never played a Layton game. Oh wait, chat, do you see Snowy? Snowy's giving her kisses. Aww. Snowy's giving Mary little kisses, cause she's sad. Snowy's trying to make her feel better. Lick! Oh no, wait. Lick! Lick in Pokemon paralyzes the enemy. Well, alright, Mary's paralyzed. How about my testimony? What of my oratorical observation? Skin flavored That blasted spell Ignaze occurred first, then the lantern plummeted to the ground. I heard no such thing. There was no sound of shattering glass. Absurd, simply absurd. So the lantern fell and the glass shattered. That does not change the very fact that this girl is a witch.
Objection.
Oh, this music is very good. I can agree with that, though. I'm really having a good time with this game. This game is amazing. I'm so glad that I was suggested this before Dual Destinies. I hate to disappoint you, but that's not quite the case. In fact, this testimony changes things a lot. Wouldn't you agree, Inquisitor Barnum? What is the meaning of this? Let's go over what we know so far. In order for a witch to use any magic, they must be holding a witch's scepter. And yet, none of the four witnesses saw the defendant holding a scepter of any kind. That's because the scepter was made to disappear with the spell Demire, correct? At the time of the crime, the two victims grabbed Miss Cantabella's arm, causing her to drop the lantern onto the ground. If, at the time... Wait, did I say smell instead of spell? No, I said spell. I said spell. Do not mix up my words, CB. I almost did. I can't. Hold on. I gotta reply to the commissioner real quick. Like, I can't wait to test it out right after my stream. I can't believe it. Like, I can't believe she finished it. I thought she said she'd be finished by Saturday. I was checking my phone and then all of a sudden she's done with the model. After the stream, I'm really just gonna set it up and test it out for Saturday. Because remember, I'm not streaming Friday, chat. I'm not streaming Friday. Because on Friday, I'm gonna go see a sloth on Friday for my birthday. I'm gonna see a sloth. And the sloth will join with me and the sloth will be on my chair too. If at the time she was in fact holding an invisible scepter, then the scepter must have fallen when she dropped the lantern. Now, let's say hypothetically that Miss Cantabella really is a witch. In order to use any magic, she would have had to recite the spell before dropping the scepter. However, as our witness Miss Mary has just stated in her testimony, she heard the incantation for Ignace after hearing the lantern's glass shatter. What? Ooh. You do all understand what that means, don't you? It means that Miss Cantabella, the supposed witch you locked up, could not possibly have cast any magic. Therefore, the defendant Espella Cantabella is clearly in no way, shape, or form a witch. What? He shot like a rocket. Such frivolity. Do you realize what you're insinuating? Do you really think that she is not a witch? Such nonsense. Did any of you listen to my testimony? He just went balloon? I found the magic balloon. Like, he literally turned into the balloon from Mario. Just that big balloon and went... We did, but you're wrong. There was no glass shattering. Are you calling me a liar, Missy? You couldn't even see the mud on the lantern when it was plain as day. What ridiculous claims, all of you. I'll cut you with my rubber sword. Oh, hush. Take your little toy sword and go back to playing pretend, Sir Knight. Yeet! Wait, was Snowy eating the flowers? Oh, I should have seen that. Aw, Snowy. Witnesses, this is a court of law, not a playground. Must I remind you of the importance of these proceedings? witches and their magic threaten our fair town of Labyrinthia. Your words here today could decide the fate of every single citizen within our walls. Do you understand? As such, I expect each of you to take your role seriously and testify honestly about what you saw. I mean, how else do you pronounce dots? Do you pronounce dot as dot 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 dot, or you go In all my days as judge of this court, I have never seen such behavior. Behavior that leaves a cloud of doubt over the credibility of each of your testimonies. Indeed, my lord. Quite a miserable set of witnesses, this lot. I see. It would appear this trial has come to a sudden halt. Huh? So, that must mean... Quite right, it means you have won this trial, Mr. Wright. We've... won. I can hardly believe the situation we have found ourselves in. I did not anticipate this trial ending with such a strange turn of events. But due to these witnesses' dubious credibility, I can see no reason to continue. What say you, Inquisitor Barnum? As you wish, my lord. What is going on? They're actually going to let this witch run free through the town? This witch? Witch? Curses, if it wasn't for that witch and her friends and their cowardly...
Hold it!
Oh. What's going on now? Wait, what? Excuse me?
Wait a blooming second.
Some
This
guy?
trial ain't even close to being over.
Some guy? That's his name, some guy.
Not before I take the stand to testify.
Oh my goodness. We're gonna have a drunkard testify.
Order! Order!
New favorite
Who
character
is this-
joins the fight.
buffoon?
Some guy. He's gone. Wait, what?
Behold! Who am I, you ask?
Where did he come from?
Why? I'm the man that's gonna
Some
single-handedly
guy.
save this trial. I'm the fifth witness.
Oh my goodness. That's me down in my Snapple right there. That is me in my Snapple every single time. Everybody, hi. Oh wait, hold on. You know what? It's water drinking time. Hydrate or dihydrate, everybody. Woo! There we go.
Say what?
Oh, come on. That wasn't good, though.
What?
Even Barnum didn't see this
Wait,
one
that
coming.
what wasn't good? Say what? That was a... No. That wasn't a good take right there. Phoenix would be like, say what? You know Phoenix Wright freaks out. He overdoes his what, though? He should overdo... Like, that what was like a say what? Not a say what? Come on. Not a good take, not a good take. Just as I thought, this trial was going down the drain before I got here. You like to imagine he just jumped the railing and landed perfectly? I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Everybody moved out the way and he went whoop boom. Oh yeah, clip the glug. Okay, you lot, assemble. We need a strategy meeting ASAP. I say, who are you? Thank goodness you showed up. We can't give up now, everyone. It has come down to this. To arms, everyone. We shall do battle against that baker and that hat seller. Layton's a hat seller now? I can't believe this. What the heck is going on? Truly fascinating. It seems a new witness has taken the stand. What's more, he appears to be quite the formidable witness. What? Wait, look at Snowy hanging onto the bag. Look at them. Well, I guess. This trial is still far from over. Wait, hold on. I gotta see. Look at Snowy. Look at Snowy hanging on. Aw, Snowy, hang on. Hang on. Ring around the rosy. Pockets full of posies, ashes, Ashes. Please don't let Snowy fall down. What is going on in this game, though? To be continued. Okay, and that's the end of the stream. I'm joking. We're continuing. We are continuing. Imagine I just ended the stream right there. Wouldn't that be funny? Hold on. I just want to check again on the message. Like, I just can't believe it. The model's done. Let's save right away, shall we? I can't wait to see what happens next, shall we? Imagine we come back and they're still all in the circle. Well then, we will now continue with the trial of Espella Cantabella. With the new challenger, the Drunkard. Can we play as the Drunkard in Smash, please? We need the Drunkard in Smash, thank you very much. Oh boy. A group of witnesses huddling up before a joint testimony in a witch trial? You can't make this stuff up. Some guy for Smash, yes. Inquisitor Barnum, if I may ask you a question. Yes, my lord? We now have 5 witnesses on the stand, so I must ask. Why was this obnoxious-looking man left out of your initial group of witnesses? Yeah! Take it up now. Imagine I just start rapping to the beat of him glugging his drink. How much is in there? It's an endless drink. Baldy's right, Barnum. That's just cold-blooded. What is this music? There is but one reason, my lord. I did not know this witness even existed. You, sir, failed to come forward. This music, though. When we were asking for witnesses for this very trial, you were nowhere to be seen. That's cause I didn't hear a peep about it. I ain't usually around at night except for maybe at Rogue's Tavern. So you're basically telling us that you were up all night drinking. We're up all night to get drinking. Anyway, it's all water under the bridge now as far as I'm concerned. Just leave the rest to yours truly. I mean, if you gotta be drunk, you gotta laugh like a drunk, am I right? During the last interrogation, the defender brought forth some surprising proof. Namely, that there was little possibility the accused could have used magic. I have never heard such a claim. It must be the doing of this logic. What rubbish. Logic, you say? I ain't got a clue what that is. But I do know that this bread bacon... Baker ought to head back to the bakery. How do I feel about Daft Punk's breakup? I don't know much about music, so not a good question to ask me. Eloquently said. Oi, Gramps, give me and me partners over here a chance to speak. You wanna know how this witch managed to be holding that scepter, don't ya? Oh, when you say Gramps, you wouldn't mean me, would you? I failed to see anyone else meeting such a description. Well, we'll show you she's a witch. I'll bet Sonoe's beautiful white coat on it. In like 10 minutes, Sonoe will become bald. On guard! Oh, they're doing it again. Alright, Jabe, let's do this! Witnesses! Are they ready to, like, do a flash mob or something, or what? Yes, well, let us proceed with the testimonies. Why do I feel like I've totally lost control of the situation? Phoenix, why are you making chocolate pudding at 4 a.m.? Because I've lost control of my life. I mean, it's nighttime. It's probably 4 a.m. right now. Somebody's making chocolate pudding at 4 a.m. right now. Somebody in the world has to be making chocolate pudding right now. Oh, the music's different. It's clear as day. Oh, stop eating the flowers. It's clear as day Espella is a witch. We are not backing down on this. When she dropped the lantern, the scepter was not yet in her hands. The scepter must have been hidden by magic and carried on her back. The rogues grabbed her by the hand that held the lantern, so she must have had another way of holding that scepter. That's easy. The girl just put the bucket down on the ground and picked up the witch's the magic stick. Oh no, not the magic stick, anything but that. So she had the witch's scepter behind her back. She then dropped the lantern and reached for the scepter after it fell. If that is the case, then it must have been possible for the accused to have you— oh! Holy flip, that spooks me out sometimes. But there's a raid going on. Welcome, Captain Goatbeard and crew. Hope everybody's doing okay. Welcome to Phoenix, Wright. But yeah, I love the buoy though. To those who don't know what that is, the buoy is the Ultra Instinct theme. Hey, thanks for the resub. I appreciate it. But yeah, it's the Ultra Instinct theme. When Goku goes Ultra Instinct, you hear boing, 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 boing. But you just hear boing. If that's the case, then it must have been impossible for the accused to have used magic. Oh goodness, now we got some guy. Will we ever know his name, or is he just some guy? This is bad. He's refilling his drink, fantastic. Thanks to this guy, now all the witnesses seem extra determined to pin this thing on Espella. They each harbor a shared anger towards witches and magic. Obviously, his name is some guy, first name some, last name guy. Am I just some sloth? That I used to know. Such is the cause of the strong desire to see a guilty verdict passed as quickly as possible. However, such confidence is undoubtedly bound to cloud their better judgment and thinking. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think these guys mean any real harm, but they're all riled up. They don't even realize how distorted their idea of what happened tonight has become. My name is Pixels by Night. First name Pixels, last name by Night. You are right. I'm part of the By Night family. The Knights are bi. At least, that's how it seems. This isn't good, Professor. The witnesses aren't thinking straight. They're completely blind to the truth. Sir Baker, rather, Sir Wright. Hey, I like that, Sir Wright. Yes. You do not appear to be a mere simple baker, that much is clear. On the other hand, you are no ordinary defender either. Never before has a defender managed to clash and do battle with me here on this battlefield as an equal. Sir Blue Knight, this trial has not yet been decided. If there is any doubt in your interrogation, I will not hesitate to strike your case down where it stands. I understand. Defender, please begin your interrogation. It's like Phoenix has done battle with many things. Coffee cups, birds, whips. Phoenix has done much worse. It's clear as day Espella is a witch. We are not backing down on this.
Hold it!
Flower. Not backing down, you say? Uh-huh, that's right. Espella is a witch. That's our story, and we're sticking to it. Can you stop eating your flowers? This is a courtroom, Miss Kira. We're not interested in your story. We're interested in the truth. You know what I think? I think stories have the power to touch our lives in really meaningful ways. What do you mean? Last year, I read a book about a flower girl who brought peace to the world with all the pretty flowers she sold. Because of that story, now I tell myself, Kira, one day you'll fill the world with beautiful flowers of your own. And then when they all die because nobody's taking care of them, I'll go all around the world again. That story inspires me to sell more flowers. It's pretty much the same as this trial. Alright, chat. You want a flower from me? 500 bits of flour, alright? That's the only way I'm selling flowers on stream. When I ship it to you, there is no promise it will still be alive when it's sent to you, okay? You might get a dead flower, but that's what you get. What a very touching story. Indeed, I have heard nary a truer tale. Wouldn't you agree, Sir Blue Knight? Maybe it's just me, but I have preferred something a little more relevant. I'm afraid our logic may do us no good here. Let's move on to the next witness, shall we? Oh, you think you know your flowers? Tell me every kind of flower there is. I bet you couldn't. When she dropped the lantern, the scepter was not yet in her hands.
Hold it.
No matter how many times we ask, you still say you didn't see the scepter, huh, Gramps? I ask you, youngling, were you paying attention to this trial? Yes? Well then, magic made the scepter invisible, did it not? Thus, my old age clouding out my vision has nothing to do with anything. The scepter actually vanished. No, what I'm saying is, if it really was invisible, you wouldn't be able to actually prove it. Not so, young one. We can prove it. The girl's a witch. There's your proof. So my old age clouding out my memories has nothing to do with anything. Hey, Salushi, how's it going? Did you miss much? Well, we got a drunk guy doing something now, so a drunk guy is now another witness. The scepter magically vanished, you see. The only flowers that exist are daisies, roses, and sunflowers. Well, it makes sense for sunflowers because I think it's been referenced in the anime that the lawyer's badge looks like a sunflower. Okay, we get it. When the lantern fell, you claimed the scepter was still not in her hand yet, so that means the scepter must have been hidden by magic and carried on her back.
Hold it.
The witch's scepter was behind her back. Well, it's like my little snowflake here. Whenever my darling gets too heavy, I hoist him up and carry him on my back. You mean your baby goat, right? Yes, there isn't a cuter little goat in this entire courtroom, right, Precious? I am. I know it's been asked already, but you didn't see the witch's scepter, did you? Well, no, but it must have been made invisible by magic and then put on her back. You know, Snowy is still such a tiny little thing. If I put him on my back, you can hardly see him. I mean, a few minutes ago, we did see Snowy on your back holding on for dear life. Wait. By that logic, Snowy should have slipped off. Snowy doesn't have thumbs or anything. How can Snowy hang on? I hardly see the point of that comment. So the accused grabbed the witch's scepter after the lantern fell? Next up, the rogues grabbed her by the hand that held the lantern, so she must have another way of holding that scepter.
Hold it.
Are you alright? Why? Why? Well, for one thing, you're hiding behind what I assume is a shield. Well played, Blue Knight. You managed to see through my steel guard technique. Your steel what technique? You tried to penetrate the depths of my mind and deceive me once with your witchcraft of words. But you will find your words are futile against the strength of my shield crafted from wood, harder than steel. Now then, have at you! Attack me if you dare! No. Just listen a second. Looking at this sketch, it's quite clear the accused could not have held the scepter in the same hand carrying the lantern. Witness, explain to the court just how the accused held the scepter. By the way, chat, I know we haven't talked about this yet, but how does everybody feel about Mario's execution happening today? Did you see what happened? I can't believe what they did to Mario. Mario is gone. Nintendo did what they did. The Nintendo ninjas got to Mario and they all out attacked him. They like Miyamoto, Doug Bowser, even Reggie came back for the all-out attack and killed Mario right there and then. That's easy. The girl just put the bucket down on the ground and picked up the witch's the magic stick.
Hold it.
I know, rip Mario. She put the milk bucket down? That's right. Reckon if she did that, she have no problem holding that thing.
Objection.
Well, none of the other witnesses have said anything about seeing her putting the bucket down on the ground. But no one said a thing about not seeing her put the bucket down either. Oh my goodness, all those sounds scared the heck out of me. What the flip? I thought something happened, but that was everybody reacting. Well, yeah, but... There you go. These lot probably just didn't see it happen is all. Never question the witness. That's what me pappy always says. And always drink to your heart's content. Ain't a doubt in me mind that witch put the bucket down before using the scepter. If that is indeed accurate, then it would seem we may have found our truth. No, everybody reacted to that, so something weird is going on. These testimonies, something's definitely not right here. What do you think, Nick? There's no way this disappearing scepter explains what actually happened. I mean, no one saw anything. How can anyone prove it was there? This is starting to get really annoying. They can talk all they want about an invisible scepter, but no way is anything slipping under my radar. I do believe that is correct, Mr. Wright. Somehow, we must find a clue that can lead us to another opening. Yeah, you're right. And I think Mr. Personality over there may be the key to doing just that. Okay, so the drunk guy is the sus one. He's sus, we'll find it out right away. Okay, so he's talking about the bucket, so I think I may need to present the bucket. So here we go, our good old objection! I'm afraid. What really happened is not quite so simple. What? What you talking about? It had only just stopped raining moments before the crime took place. As a result, the ground was very muddy. If Miss Cantabella really placed this bucket on the ground like you claim she did, then it should be kicked with mud just like the lantern was after it fell. Oh! Well, I see that clears up your muddy testimony, wouldn't you? It's always fun when Phoenix gets confident. I mean, this is what I believe what happened. So, Maya sees Phoenix get confident, right? She gets the freaking boombox out, plays the theme, and Phoenix is like, "You got it. Objection time." I mean, where else is the music coming from? His head? I mean, it's either that Phoenix gets the music in his head, or Maya's holding up a freaking boombox playing the theme. Oh, well... Hey, Barnum! What? You just gonna sit there looking pretty? Come on, give me a hand here. Oh wait, if we're talking about pretty, chat, who is more pretty, Barnum or Edgeworth? I want to know what you think, chat. Barnum or Edgeworth, who is prettier? Flattery will get you nowhere, witness, other than perhaps to the dungeon. At any rate, there is but one question we ought to ask. Why is there no mud in that bucket? So Edgeworth is prettier, Barnum is more handsome. And also, I would love to see Maya with a boombox. Like, that is what Maya's been doing the whole time, for the whole series, in the games that she's in. In Apollo Justice, Trucy's got a loudspeaker. To the witness with the go, may I ask you a question? Are you talking to us? Indeed. You admitted to the court that you returned home with the milk bucket. Illegally, I must ask. You must go to jail. This is illegal, you know. Oh my, such harsh words, Inquisitor. DJ Maya and DJ Truce? I think instead of DJ Trucy, we go with DJ Truce. When you took the bucket home, you must have simply wiped the mud from the bucket, is that correct? You know, now that you mention it. No way, don't tell me. That milk bucket. Ah, that's right. I remember now. Let me go! I don't know if what was in the bucket was mud exactly, but it was certainly dirty. Before taking it inside with me, I remember wiping it clean with an old rag. I called it Snowy, just holds up the goat. You don't clean the bucket with the goat. Are you kidding me? Holy heck, I see like everybody at the right side. I see freaking Phoenix, Maya, Layton, and Luke. Exceptional work, Inquisitor Barnum. Right, it all makes perfect sense, see? We were right all along, weren't we, Inquisitor Barnum? I knew that sword weren't just for show, Barnum. You sliced this argument in two.
Objection!
Witness? Miss Mary. What is it? You're absolutely sure there was mud stuck to this milk bucket? Oh my. Well, truth be told, I don't remember whether it was mud exactly. But I do remember cleaning the bucket off when I got home. Wait, how can you not tell? Blood is red and mud is brown. Can you not just check the rag after that? Ugh. How do you not check? Or even when you wash it out, you should see red or brown coming out. Ah, yes, brown blood and red mud. They all look the same, am I right? Mud and blood always look the same. It would seem. The defense has failed to disprove the witness's claims. Of that, we can be quite certain. Oh wait, Kyo, you're right. They wouldn't be bleeding. They'd be turned to ash. Well, okay, how about burn, scorch marks? How about that? The scorch marks of the victims. They were touching the bucket and then... Psst, they still got their handprint there. Aha, now teacher Bluey. Bluey is also the name of a cartoon. You got that right. Do me a favor, will you, Gramps? I would have changed me testimony just a tiny bit. I will allow it, only if the witness refrains from name-calling in the future. Ah! You got it, my lord. Well, all this corrupt mumbo-jumbo has left me thirstier than a dog in a desert. This has left me thirstier than a sloth on a stream. Oh wait, time to gulp, gulp, gulp! Ah. Oh wait, did we just stop at the same time? We just did. That witcher was holding the stick. I even heard her say the incantation thingy. That's right, I witnessed it all.
Hold it!
But no one knows for sure if Miss Cantabella dropped that milk bucket on the ground. Because there's no mud on it. Is that what you're saying? Hey, we went over this already. We know the goat lady wiped off all the mud.
Objection!
The courtroom must be soaked. It must be. Imagine, like, being around him and the floor is all sticky. Ew. However, Miss Mary doesn't clearly remember whether or not it was mud that was stuck in the bucket. We really don't remember, but maybe? I guess maybe there was mud on it. I mean, she couldn't hold the scepter without putting the bucket on the ground. Miss Mary, please give a definitive answer. You all done, Bluey? Talk all you want, cause it ain't gonna help, you see? Ah! The five of us, we saw what that witch went and did. We saw clear as day. Oh, something's getting a bit sus. Get it? If 5 heads are better than 1, then 10 eyeballs are better than 2. And these 10 eyes don't lie. That girl is a witch. A most peculiar way of phrasing it, witness. Okay, we done here? We're burning moonlight here, people. Mornings are coming. Ah! There ain't a magic spell strong enough that could change what the 5 of us saw tonight. I gotta talk with a deep, gruff voice. They may all have their own reasons for accusing Espella, but there's also one thing they all have in common. They genuinely believe Espella is a witch. Were we to disprove that belief, there would be no way for them to regroup. The witnesses will have to acknowledge the truth of what happened tonight. They are, after all, witnesses. They must be fully aware of what actually transpired. That means I've got to pay extra attention to the reactions and testimonies. I think you better observe the witnesses, Mr. Wright. You can do it. I've got to try and get the truth out of these witnesses somehow. Alright, let's go. It's clear as day Espella is a witch. We're not backing down on this. So should I look at them? When she dropped the lantern, the scepter was not yet in her hands. The scepter must have been hidden by magic and carried on her back. The rogues grabbed her by the hand and held the lantern, so she must have another way of holding that scepter. That witcher was holding the stick. I even heard her say the incantation thingy. That's right, I witnessed it all. Wait. Should I... Oh, wait a minute. Should I do the whole Wait, hold on. Let me try this again. Let me go back to where... Did Kira just eat a flower? Oh, she's been eating a lot of flowers. There's one thing I want to try. It's just that when they all... It's just that when they all reacted, the bottom screen looked different. Should I have done it there? Let me try again, though. Let me get back there. When he goes back to talking about, like, everybody... Oh, there it is on the bottom screen.
I say.
Oh, so I have to do it then and there. I gotcha now. Can I... Oh. Is anyone sus, chat? Who's sus? Oh. Speed. He's spinning, chat. Look at him. He's spinning. Speed.
Hang on.
Excuse me, mister? Earth to Gramps? Spin. So I gotta say, I love Vinny Vine Sauce, and I'm glad that Spin exists. I freaking love that guy. Freaking Vine Sauce. If there's one day I can actually, like, stream with the guy, that'd be amazing. I probably just scream the whole time, be like, ow! It's funny. Hey, Joker, welcome to the stream. How you do? Defender, when you say Gramps, might you by any chance be referring to me? No, of course not, Your Honor. Pixel Fanboys live on stream? Maybe. Mr. Wordsmith, are you listening? Speed. Oh, he just stopped. I heard you quite clearly the first time, young man. These ears hear all. The crackling of the fire, the whispering of the crowd, and now your voice. By the way, chat, he's standing really close to that fire on the left. I don't think a man with his beard should be even standing there in the first place. If that's the case, then allow me to ask you a question. You were clearly deep in thought just now. Do you have something to say about this man's testimony? Indeed so, I felt something was amiss. However, what that means I cannot say. Amiss? Witness, could you tell us what precisely was amiss with this third-rate testimony from this third-rate written witness? You're a third-rate witness with a fourth-rate excuse. No, wait, it's like you're a third-rate witness with a fourth-rate testimony. That's what it is. That's what Kaiba would say if he were a prosecutor. What a burn, Barnum. 5 heads are better than 1. 10 eyeballs are better than 2. As I listened to this man's testimony, I could not help but become aware of something most odd. Tonight, when the crime occurred, we all made haste to that terrible scene. The delicious scent of mid-evening dinner permeated through the air. The shadows of those present cast through the dim light. And yet, there were but 4 figures standing in that vicinity, myself included. 4? Hold on one second. You're saying that there were only 4 witnesses at the crime scene tonight? These eyes may be old, but they know what they saw. Oh. Is something the matter, Miss Mary? Wait, doesn't Snowy count though? Snowy has eyeballs. So it's technically 10 eyes. Unless Mary thinks that Snowy doesn't matter. No, it's just that Snowy and I are trying to remember what happened at the time. I remember the flames erupting into the air. That's when Snowy and I made our mad dash to save the precious milk. And when those 2 ruffians were set ablaze, the flame filled the area with light. In that sudden flash of light, we could see that there were other people around besides ourselves. And that's when I saw them. The other people that scrambled to the scene along with us. I'm quite sure of it. There were only 4 of us there at the scene of the crime.
Objection!
Oh. Hold it, madam. What in blazes is going on? Wait, does that mean one is actually sus? Ooh, we're playing Among Us right now. Okay, I gotta stop that. We have 5 witnesses on the stand, all claiming to have witnessed tonight's events firsthand. That means we have 1 witness too many. Oh boy, don't be stupid. Oh, you lot better stop speaking out of turn. Oh yes, our favorite location. Among Us. All for one and one for all. Remember, we all promised to take this witch down together, didn't we? Didn't we? As he holds a bottle up above everybody's head. It's not quite that simple. We all saw what we saw. Well, I'd say it's all about the numbers, and I counted, I say. I'll have you know, my counting is flawless. On nights when sleep eludes me, I can count sheep from moonrise to sunrise. 4 witnesses, 5 witnesses. What difference does it make? Things all start getting muddled when you showed up. Oh, what the? You think it's my fault? I was there, you fool. Didn't I just finish saying that? My testimony is strong as steel, even if it's not completely stainless. Order, I said order. Things are getting wacky. What is going on here? You claim the number of witnesses does not add up? I have never paid witness to such an outrageous conflict. There is but one answer to this puzzle. A single possibility. Imagine we just play a puzzle right now. Puzzle 25. This is worth 100 picarats. Which is the imposter? What do you mean? Without a doubt, magic must have been used at the scene of the crime. Furthermore, it would indeed appear that there were only 4 witnesses present at the scene. And yet, currently, we are currently faced with 5 witnesses testifying to the court. That certainly is quite a fatal contradiction, with only one possible answer. Would you not agree, Mr. Wright? The answer? It can't be. Well, out with the supposed answer, Sir Blue Knight. What is your explanation for the current number of witnesses? They didn't see things correctly. The witch cast a spell. One of them is the witch. I'm pretty sure this is it. Somebody do be sus, though. Somebody be sus tonight. Oh, wait, hold on. Ah, gotcha. Sorry, I was getting messages from some people that I'm going to the zoo with on Friday to go see the sloth. And we promised each other that we'd take like a rapid COVID test to see if we're all okay. I'm okay. Another one is okay. I'm pretty sure the other 2 will be okay too. Couldn't someone use the mirror on themselves and conceal themselves? I mean, see, that could be true, so that could explain why I'm gonna choose one of them could be the witch. While it might seem far-fetched, the reality is actually rather simple. The real witch, and the real murderer in this case, is actually one of these 5 witnesses! What? What? Oh boy, we're getting to the climax now. Yeet! You're telling us that the witch is among us, Sauce when the imposter is this group of witnesses? What other rubbish? There is no possible way that such a claim could be true. Hey, Firebrand. That's right, you got a lot of nerve accusing one of us being a witch. We have told you nothing but the truth, and yet you still have the gall to bat around such an outrageous accusation? Ah! Behold, as my trusty shield deflects your petty words like the petty words that they are. Oh, goodness. Inquisitor Barnum. Yes, my lord. I would like to see a sketch of the crime scene at the time of the incident. Do you have one in your possession? Yes, certainly, my lord. I have one here. Wow, somebody drew that? Somebody's a good artist. Alright, I just want to know, did they pay the artist or did they pay an exposure? And by exposure, I mean radiation, and by radiation... Oh, Savvy, you did it! What did they pay you, though? Did they pay you with a bucket of milk? Imagine you just got paid with a bucket of milk, like... Oh yeah, here's your pay, bucket of milk. Thanks. They paid you a pick-a-rats. Yes, the best type of currency, pick-a-rats. Have I been actually pronouncing that right? Is it called pick-a-rats or is it like pick-a-rats? I requested it from the core illustrator. I requested it from the core illustrator just in case. Very well, witnesses. I would like each of you to mark your location at the time of the murder. Here on this crime scene sketch, quickly now. The number of witnesses doesn't add up. It looks like we're getting somewhere now, but we haven't even scratched the surface of this case yet. And it's all thanks to this top hat wearing gentleman. I love how Luke's determined, Maya's like, I'm ready. Layton's like, what the, like, really? Layton's just like, I feel indifferent. I don't care what's happening. I just want to go back home and go to sleep. I don't care. Where's the puzzles? I see no puzzles here. Everybody's ready but him. Oh, now he's smiling. As soon as I think about him, he just turns over. The court accepts this crime scene sketch into evidence. Hold on, I gotta take a look at that area map. It went by too quickly. Look at all those faces. Wait, look at Espella. Espella looks so bored. Why does Espella look so bored? She's like, why am I even on this map? Come on. If one of the witnesses, Espella and Kira's port. Oh wait, let me see Kira's. Kira, oh yeah, she's just like, Alright, chat, which mood are you? Tag yourself, which mood are you? Are you a Kira mood or an Espella mood? Which mood are you on there? The tree? That is not a mood! Espella and Kira are so cute. Oh goodness, I can tell peeps come into the stream and say I love the girls, especially from the last case where we had that the one on the ship, I forgot her name already. The one who's on the ship who looks very beautiful. If one of the witnesses is sus, that could mean Olivia, you're right, thank you very much. That can only mean one thing. Somebody here is an imposter. That would indeed appear to be the case, Mr. Wright. Listen well, Sir Blue Knight. The path you tread now is a dangerous one. Claiming that a witch is among these honorable witnesses is a serious accusation. Should it prove to be a false one, I'll stab you. You will find yourself at the other end of my sword. Do I make myself clear? And then you hear, brrrr, you hear that sound where Barnum kills you as the imposter? Huh? But that wasn't so much my suggestion. It's the first time we see Phoenix smiling, I think, right? Is it? I don't think I've seen him do that pose before. I mean, the gentleman here with the lovely top hat was the one who urged me to say it. It is the same thing, Sir Blue Knight. That's his normal nervous pose. I know that's his nervous pose, but it's like, has it shown up before? Indeed, it is the same thing, Sir Baker. It is the same thing, Mr. Wright. Oh boy. Oh, it has. Many times. It's my fault then. Oh wait, hold on a second. I think I'm getting a little bit. I think the excitement has got to me. There was a lot of excitement today, especially since I got my VTuber model done. By the way, to everybody who just arrived, VTuber debut on Saturday from Mario Kart and Cards. But let me go grab some of those cookies over there. I don't want to end the stream early, alright? I don't want to end the stream early, so I got a little snack to keep me going for a bit. I got these Milano cookies. Has anyone ever tried Milano cookies? They're actually pretty good. Oh. Yeah, I gotta make sure that when I do stream for a long time, to always get snacks. I always gotta get some snacks. If you're wondering what I'm eating, I'm eating some Pepperidge Farm Milano milk chocolate cookies. I love the milk chocolate ones so much, and I'm already feeling it. But let's move on with the stream. Oh boy, funnel fries? Is that like funnel cake but in the shape of fries? Now, ready your sword. Ready? Ready? Were you listening? You claim the witch is not the accused and that someone else at the crime scene was the true culprit. If what you say is true, then surely you can tell the court exactly where this person was at the time of the crime. Can you not? Come now, Sir Blue Knight. Can only you can enlighten us as to who this real witch actually is? Sir Doughy Defender, please tell me throughout the whole game they make puns on him being a baker, or is it just this case that they make puns on him being a baker? Show us where the witch was exactly at the moment the murder took place. Oh wait, right now? I mean, I would say him, but it happened over here. Well, who do I choose? Do I choose? I'm gonna try him.
Got it.
Got it. The real witch was probably this person right here, I think. Probably. This person, I think. I love that instead of Mary, it was Snowy that said. You're so bad at this defender stuff, it makes me want to drink. How could Kira have seen with the man in the way? I don't know. If I may, Mr. Wright, remember that if one of these witnesses is indeed the witch, then there is a high possibility that particular witness is not telling the truth. Do bear that in mind. So the witch must be lying, huh? If that's the case, that must mean a certain person wasn't where they claimed they were. Oh! That's when the witch must have cast Ignace, right? Take a look in the Grand Grimoire. We're about to find something in there. Even if the witness is lying up a storm, whatever is inside this Grand Grimoire has to be the truth, right? I think I got it now. Sir Doughy Defender, do not waste the court's time with any more. Oh, my shield! Darn it! Sir Doughy Defender. Hey Kane, welcome to the stream. How do you do? Show us a look. Okay, I think I got it now. So I think it may have happened here, since we know that the witch had the staff, which blazes and also makes the person disappear. So the person has to be right here in the scene.
Got it.
I believe in the scene. The witch must have been standing here.
Objection.
What is the meaning of this? Unfortunately for you, that spot has absolutely nothing to do with any of these witnesses.
Objection.
But what if the person used the mirror? Inquisitor Barnum, I suggest you try taking a look at this. The Grand Grimoire? I love the animation of Phoenix opening the book like he's about to tell you a bedtime story. According to this tomb, Ignace summons a circle of flame within a 1 meter radius of the caster. He does it so elegantly. The tomb. The tome. In other words, the witch had to have been within 1 meter of the flame when casting the spell.
Objection.
Then he just takes it out nicely and then he puts it under the desk. You just hear the book hit the desk like boom. Of course. You needn't say any more, Sir Blue Knight. First off, notice that there is no one else in that area other than the accused. It should also be quite obvious from the sketch that is clearly nowhere for anyone to hide.
Objection.
Sit closely, my friend, and I'll tell you the story called You're Freaking Wrong. Oh wait, I left Phoenix's next story. The updated autopsy report is wrong. Oh wait, Edgeworth's story. The updated autopsy report. There's like 10 sequels. The updated autopsy report. The updated autopsy report. It's just every other book just has another updated in there. So the last book is the updated autopsy report. And it's just nothing but updated autopsy reports. Page 1, the updated autopsy report. And more. It's like 200 pages of updated autopsy reports. True, there aren't any hiding spots. However, there is one other possibility if a witch wanted to stay hidden from sight. Most intriguing. Since you seem to love showing evidence, prove it. How was the witch able to hide in plain sight? Wait, that's simple. With Demire! My favorite series, the updated autopsy reports. My favorite was page 100 in the 5th book. I don't know who it was, but it was my favorite. This Telea Magica contains 2 magic gems. Ignace and one other spell. That's right, the spell Demire. Demire? It cannot be! That's right. There was most certainly a witch present at the crime scene. Only they were completely invisible. All thanks to the magic spell Demire! What foolishness is this? Ow. Sorry about that, chat. I needed the other half of the cookie in me, please. Give me 1 second. Thank you, chat. I thought the witch used the mirror to make the Telea Magica disappear.
Objection!
According to the Grand Grimoire, under the entry for the mirror, it causes anything the caster touches to vanish from sight. In other words, supposing the witch were holding the staff in one hand while touching part of their body with the other. Imagine if I were streaming right now and I touched the webcam and you all disappeared. Wouldn't that be some crazy magic right there? I touched the webcam that you're all watching me through and you all disappear? What happened to my chat? What happened to everybody? They're all gone. Hello, Alter. Welcome. How you do? They will be able to make themselves disappear. Are you implying that Are you implying that is the reason for the conflicting number of witnesses? Oh, Layton's getting in. Indeed it is, which means witnesses. Someone amongst us is not disclosing the entire truth. And that person is the witch we seek. I believe this is the most probable scenario. I keep hearing amongst and I'm like, amongst, my dumb looks sus. Honorable witnesses, you will testify to the court one final time. Oh, is this it? Tell us exactly what you saw and what you did not see at the scene of the crime. How absurdly absurd. The purpose of this trial is to convict that girl of the crime, is it not? Ah! That's right, we are not witches. You all deserve to burn. Imagine if Layton said that. Witnesses, I ask that you listen. There is a witch among you. That's right. I'm afraid you are all no longer brothers in arms. The true opponent here is within your own group. Layton's about to make these guys fight each other. The real witch is one of these 5 witnesses, huh? Fine by me. Time to put an end to this trial. So just know this is happening late at night, so it's probably like 2 or 3 a.m. right now. Imagine staying up all night just for this. What we saw and what we didn't see. You wish to know where we all were standing tonight? It matters not. Would the flames not burn just the same? That flame, I never saw anything like it. It quite literally left me speechless. I couldn't even so much as scream. I heard the tiniest cry. And then when I turned around, the bladders were roasted, so I rushed right over. I heard the incantation, then the flames suddenly erupted. I'm certain of it. I only saw 3 people there with us. And I say, hey! There were only 3 others present, like that man there who was stumbling around like a newborn cow. Oh yeah, the drunk guy, he's just some guy. Imagine that's just his name. Ah yes, my name is some guy. Last name guy, first name some. A most heinous act indeed. No wonder these witnesses are so confused. Which amongst the witnesses, what an utterly baseless claim. I don't think so, Barnum. The only baseless claim in this case is of a speller being a witch. It's more than a little likely one of these witnesses is the sus. These testimonies are bound to tell me who the real imposter is. Oh boy, time to find the sus. Let's go! Cross-examination! You wish to know where we all were standing tonight? It matters not. Would the flames not burn just the same? In other words, you're not sure exactly what happened tonight, is that right? Defender, I fought with burning vigor this night. Do not belittle my efforts. Right. A knight does not just run away at the mere sight of fire. Ha! No one even said anything about running away. If I may be perfectly straight with you, the pillar of fire illuminated the area as it rose high into the air. There, by the fire, was the witch, and excluding the 2 unfortunate knaves, I counted 3 others at the scene.
What?
Hold on, we gotta use the scroll. Oh no, earthquake! Ah! Hold on. She seems sus right now. What's up?
Hang on!
Excuse me, Miss Kira. What do you want? You look like you have something to say about the testimony just now. Well, it was about the number of people at the crime scene. Have you ever played the Daisy Pedal game? The Daisy Pedal game? 1 witness, 2 witnesses, 3 witnesses, 4 witnesses, 5 witnesses, 6 witnesses. Wow. What an adorable game. It seems like something out of a fairy tale. Seriously, Your Honor? Seriously, Your Honor? Anyway, you may continue your testimony, witness. Oh, so that wasn't important, I guess. That flame, I never saw anything like it. It quite literally left me speechless. I couldn't even so much as scream. It must have been pretty terrifying, huh? Yes, it's the kind of thing you only read about in books. The moment that pillar of fire erupted, I could feel my throat tightening up. It was so difficult to breathe, I couldn't even manage so much as a scream. Quite. After all, the flames engulfed the scene in the blink of an eye. Yes, I'm sorry, that's why I can't really remember. So you can't remember the number of people at the crime scene. Naturally, that is understandable, witness. That's also why I was a little late getting to the scene compared to the others. Some guy, I heard the tiniest cry, and then when I turned around, the bladders were roasted, so I rushed right over. I love some guy. The tiniest cry? It might have been someone saying the incantation for that spell. My memory's kinda hazy on that one. Scared me good though, never jumped up to me feet so fast in all my life. Nearly had a heart attack, I tell ya. Jumped up? That's right. It was still raining cats and dogs, so being the resourceful chap that I am, I decided to doze under a tree for a bit. Oh, who said that? Who's sus? The wordsmith.
Hang on!
Hang on! Is everything alright, Mr. Wordsmith? What is it that you want this time, young one? I just wanted to know if you had any thoughts on the testimony just now. Yes, thoughts about slumbering under trees, you mean? Slumbering? I often find myself weaving the most intricate of dreams under that very tree. Of course I could not nap tonight, not with that uncouth man usurping my special dreaming spot, could I? Are you using this cross-examination to argue over a napping spot? Wow, what a squabble. Let us hope such arguments do not lead to any criminal acts in the future. Witness, please continue your testimony. What a bunch of adults everybody is. I heard the incantation, then the flame suddenly erupted. I'm certain of it. I only saw 3 people there with us. Wait, did we already get there? As I said, there... Oh wait, did I? Oh no, we were going in order.
Hold it!
I don't think I talked to Mary yet. Are you absolutely certain? Well, I believe so, but then when you think about it... Can anyone really be absolutely certain of anything? It worries me that you're saying that in the middle of a cross-examination. I believe the witness means that there is no way she can be certain whether there were 4 witnesses or 5 at the crime scene. Anyhow, is Pixel really an adult? I am GOAT. I mean, I will become a VTuber on Saturday. By the way, to everybody who just arrived and who don't know yet, the VTuber model is done. Saturday will be the debut of VTuber Sloth, so look out for it. SlothTuber is joining the VTuber fan? I don't know. Anyhow, there was a matter of great importance that Snowy and I had to tend to. Ah, you must mean... That's right, the milk. If any student had gotten into that milk, it would be the tragedy to end all tragedies. Oh, wait. Milk? He's overpouring his drink. Can you stop pouring? Can you stop? How much drink is in there? Stop pouring. Stop it. It's like going all over the floor. The bugs are getting into it.
Hang on!
Hang on. Can I stop you, dear mister? Can you stop pouring? Mister! Oh, whoa, turn down the volume, Bluey. That's my line. Does anything come to mind regarding Miss Mary's testimony? Nope, not really. Nothing important anyways. Just that I think this old lady's full of it. Huh? I'm talking about the milk, man, the milk. You'll know the second you try this stuff. It ain't nothing to write home about, let me tell ya. Wow. What are you saying, you dolt? Who on earth will let you drink anything as delicious as the milk from my farm? A ruffian like you is better served by whatever unthinkable liquid is in that never-ending mug of yours. Even she mentions the never-ending mug. Yeah. Are you guys using this cross-examination to argue over milk? What a bunch of children. Let us hope such arguments do not lead to any criminal acts in the future. Witness, please continue your testimony. Saku, you have a never-ending mug? I wish I had a never-ending wallet. So that I can open it up and then when I try to drop out stuff, there's nothing coming out. Hold on, why am I getting so many notifications? About what exactly? Give me 1 second, chat. Like who is messaging me at this point? Oh, this is a familiar lobby. Oh, it's just a friend telling me his anime list. It's just a friend telling me about his anime list. Are you kidding me? As I said, there were only 3 others present, like that man there who was stumbling around like a newborn cow. So including yourself, there were a total of 4 witnesses at the crime scene, correct? I mean, the thing is, I gotta get a weeb alert, like, emote ready. Maybe I'll make that a bit alert, like if you cheer a certain amount of bits, you can get the weeb alert icon, but I gotta get that made first. Should it be like two separate things, like one emote saying weeb and the other one saying alert? And then when you put them together, it says weeb alert? That's two different emotes right there. I think I can make that work. That is how it's come to pass. By the way, what do you mean by stumbling around like a newborn calf? Does it cost to make new emotes? Well, I gotta commission the emotes off someone because you gotta support your artists, not by exposure but with actual cash. And to pay for good emotes, it costs cash. And I don't got a lot of cash myself, so that's a future thing. That's a future Pixel thing. Ah yes, that was a man as inebriated as he was loud. Quite the humorous side it was, I dare say. He must mean the witness permanently glued to his cup of whatever it is he's drinking. Pay you in pounds or euro and pounds? So if you make it yourself, you don't pay. Yes. It's pronounced calf. Oh, you mean like a baby? You mean like baby calf? Oh, calf. Like you mean the baby goat calf? Wait. What am I saying calf to? What am I making a mistake? What is the mistake? I'm lost now. I'm lost right now. When I saw the flames rise up into the sky, I wondered to myself, my word, whatever could that be? However, I could not simply walk over to check. My knees were a bit weak from shock, you see. That's when the wobbly-legged gentleman came running Oh? Could it be you?
Hang on!
Hang on! Is something the matter, mister? Can you stop pouring, please? That's a beat right there. The drink pouring is a beat. Mister! Oh! Whoa, tone down the volume, Bluey. That's my line. Sir Blue Knight, next time please think before trying to press this witness. And it's still going. Looks like this guy even managed to scare Barnum half to death. This music. Now then, sir, about Mr. Wordsmith's testimony just now. He claimed you were stumbling around. What does he mean by that? I'm gonna set the record straight right now. In no way was I stumbling around anywhere. I like to think of it more like staggering with style. A responsible adult should know better than to go stumbling around in the dead of night. Hey, look, I don't go stumbling around like some clumsy idiot. I've got more sense than that. But anyway, I kinda tripped over a large stone. I mean, you don't exactly see what's on the ground in front of you when you're running at full pelt, right? Yeah. So you could say I put my life out on the line, proving that you really need to watch where you're going when you run. How courageous of you. Someone give this guy a medal. My lord, this testimony is a meaningless waste of everyone's time. Well, Defender, is there a point to this particular line of questioning? Is there anything worth pursuing here? What should I do? I mean, every time this pops up, we always question further. The witness stated earlier that he tripped over a large stone. Mister, I have one question for you. Why weren't you watching what was in front of you? Well, to be honest with you, it ain't much of a real reason, but something suddenly caught me attention. Out of nowhere, I sorta heard someone call out me name. You heard your name? Of course, I turned around when I heard it. Who wouldn't? When a woman calls your name, you pay attention, am I right? So you heard someone call out, "Hey, you," from behind you, mean? What? I said they called out me name. How many guys do you know called "Hey, you"? Hey, you Pikachu? That's it? They yelled out some guy. Me name is Amir. And don't you forget it, Bluey, you hear me? Amir. I must say, this gentleman really does not strike me as an Amir. You know, Professor, it's not a very memorable name, huh? I mean, I think I'm going to remember some guy more than Amir. Amir like Amir? That's harsh. Honorable witnesses, is there anyone among you who was aware of this man's name prior to now? Not at all. He's always just been Mr. to me. A knight's name is only as good as the name of the sword he carries. It is the first I have heard of this. I dare say I did not expect his name to be one such as Emir. I'm sorry, but I didn't know his name either. I only remember the names of my most loyal customers. Snowy, cause he eats all the flowers. Okay, it looks like absolutely no one knew this witness's name. You know, it ain't really much of a surprise to me either. But seriously, I definitely heard someone call me name when you get to be me age. You really start to wonder when you'll find that true love, you know? I thought that pretty voice and I might have been me sweetie. So remember, chat, don't call out my name unless you're my sweetie, alright? Don't do that. Don't call me out. Your Honor, I don't believe we should be so quick to label Mr. Emir's testimony meaningless, would you not agree? I request that the witness add this amusing anecdote to his testimony. Understood. Witness, amend your testimony, but please reflect only the important points of your story. What spells did I find out? Ignace and Ignace and Demir? Amir? Oh, what? How did I not realize till now? How did I not realize that until now? What the flip? I only have 2 spells though. So... Oh. Simply chant Amir to ma- Oh my goodness. So some guy has been sus. So he's not some guy, he is sus guy. He's a sus guy. I'm telling you, I heard someone call me name and I was looking around trying to find them. I hurried to the scene, but then I ended up tripping where I heard someone call me name from behind. Excuse me, Amir. Don't sweat it, Bluey. Mister, hey you, it's all the same to me. You stated that you heard your name being called from behind. Are you absolutely sure about that? Well, right or wrong, it sure sounded like me name. I mean, what else could it have been? I wouldn't have remembered it happened if I hadn't heard something, right? Still, maybe there's a chance I just imagined it, huh? But anyway, I remember it came from somewhere behind me. From somewhere behind you? Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Emir's memory isn't the most accurate, but if what he says is true, then there's definitely something there. Something, you say? Might you mean a contradiction? Yeah, I think so. Although, I don't know. There's just something strange about his testimony. I don't see any decisive evidence in the court record that can help. Do you mean to say you found a contradiction that cannot be supported by the evidence?
Objection!
No evidence? I thought evidence was everything. My lord, this line of interrogation is a complete waste of the court's time. Defender, I must warn you from here on. Oh no, he's got the gavel. Any unnecessary questioning will be dealt with accordingly. If I don't answer correctly here, it's curtains for the trial and for a speller. If you're intent on finding a fault in this witness's testimony, you will need to present decisive evidence to back up your claims. There's not one single piece of decisive evidence in the court record. What do I do now? Mr. Wright, Mr. Layton, I have an idea. I believe there is a weapon of sorts with which you may be able to expose this contradiction without the need of evidence. A weapon? The gavel. Now, defender, give us your answer. Yes, Your Honor. The defense finds that the witness's testimony, I'm gonna say, contains a clear contradiction. I gotta know what this new weapon is. Your Honor, the defense believes there is a huge contradiction in the witness's testimony.
Objection!
Yeet. What is this? You must be an even bigger fool than I thought, Sir Blue Knight. You really do not possess even a sliver of common sense, do you?
Objection!
Oh. If I may interrupt for just a moment, Inquisitor Bonham, allow me to ask you this. What need is there for common sense in a world that foregoes using it? Accordingly, I must humbly ask that you discard such a manner of thinking. I know, it's a very polite objection. Objection. I have something to say if I can, thank you very much. Whatever do you mean? You have my utmost thanks for placing your trust in me, Mr. Wright. Let us discuss the one remaining weapon in this cross-examination. The remaining weapon? This trial has taught us a valuable new technique to be used in the courtroom, has it not? You mean questioning, right, Professor? Indeed it is, Luke. Each of the witnesses in this trial has given their own account of what occurred. Therefore, whenever one witness has testified, the other remaining witnesses have listened. That gives me an idea. In addition to catching a witness off guard and questioning them about another's testimony, there is one more thing. There's something else we can get from a 5-person cross-examination. That's right, of course. Indeed, Mr. Wright, contradictions. Should one witness's testimony differ from another's testimony, then I suppose that in itself can also be considered a contradiction, can it not? Testimony contradicting testimony. I never would have thought of that until now. Enough. Sir Blue Knight, are you prepared to present to the court evidence proving the contradiction within this testimony? Nope. I give up. The witness testimony does not contradict any evidence. It contradicts a testimony. What are you talking about? It is time, Mr. Wright. Have a look at the touchscreen. Oh, there you will see the testimony of the witness in question as well as those of other witnesses. Keep your eyes peeled and identify the contradicting testimony. There are so many new things in this game, what the hey? Alright, let's give this another shot, Nick. And make sure you don't forget to take a look at the court record, too. Alright, let's do some questioning. Oh, I have to choose from the bottom. Arthur, you gotta go? Bye, thanks for coming. So Emir says I hurried to the scene, but then I ended up tripping when I heard someone call me name from behind. So let's see, the knight says, you wish to know where we all were standing tonight? It matters not. Would the flames not burn just the same? Kira says, that flame, I never saw anything like it. It quite literally left me speechless. I couldn't even so much as scream. I heard the incantation, then the flame suddenly erupted. I'm certain of it. I only saw 3 people there with us. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. I think if yeah, because the thing is, CB, you brought this up before. Kira was behind some guy. He was behind Amir. So how could she see if Amir was blocking her way? Oh, that was all of you deading. Okay, gotcha. I mean, Kane, I'm sure back then it was fun, but in today's world, we cannot do that because you all gotta wear your mask, you gotta wear your gloves, So I think Kira's the sus one here.
Objection!
Wait, was that a double object? No way! The person contradicting this man's testimony is none other than you, Miss Kira! That was an awesome objection. Did I say injection? Are you both pointing at me? Oh, look at this camera angle. At the time of the incident, that man heard someone's voice call his name. And the frame rate's dropping. That voice belonged to you, Miss Kira. It could not have been anyone else. And yet, in your testimony, you stated that you were in such shock during tonight's event that you couldn't even speak. This is a clear contradiction.
Objection!
What is the meaning of this, defender? What? Can you really claim to trust the sham of a witness and his sham of a testimony?
Objection!
Wow, prosecutors love saying sham. That man's character is beside the point. His testimony is anything but a sham. As he watched the flames erupt, his attention was drawn to a voice behind him, which in turn made him fall over. He heard a woman's voice calling his name. A very concrete reason, and reason enough to believe his testimony.
Objection!
If it is as you say, then explain why you feel this witness is somehow responsible. That's right, why me? People barely hear me when I'm out selling my flowers. That's how soft my voice is. And besides, there was another woman at the scene, wasn't there? Me? What are you getting at, young lady? Do you honestly think a woman my age would be out late at night in the forest flirting with questionable men? Besides, I didn't even know this pathetic man's name. How could I have called out to him? Neither did I. And even if I did know his name, do you really think he's the kind of guy any self-respecting girl will... Oh my goodness. Everybody's just burning poor Amir. Come on, ladies. I'm standing right here, you know. Can we get an F in the chat for Amir? I feel so sorry for Amir. Aww. As I was saying, the only person that guy could have heard from behind him was you, Miss Kira. The defense wishes to present evidence to prove this claim. Oh boy. To accuse a witness like this young lady here, why, this is simply unheard of. I must warn you, defender. If you cannot prove your accusation to this court, you will see the underside of my gavel. Oh. Show us the evidence proving this young lady was the one who called out to this man at the time of the crime. Easy. The area map. Take a look at this and you'll have your answer. This is the crime scene sketch. You can see the position of each witness during the crime. The only person that he could possibly have heard from The only person that he could possibly have heard from behind him was none other than Miss Kira.
Objection!
Oh, no pretty lady is the witch? I mean, you can now say pretty witch is pretty. Listen here, Sir Blue Knight, I will only tell you this one more time. A sham of a witness yields only a sham of a testimony. That is all there is to it. Aww, poor Amir. Nobody likes. Wow. Did you in fact see this flower girl's face? You know, now that you mention it, seeing as I've fallen down and all, I don't think I saw her face. Wait, Kira must have been the one who was invisible. She called out Amir, but then Emir thought that his name was being called. She did that to have an alibi. She said Amir to turn back visible and have an alibi. But it's just that there was a guy named Amir this whole time. Seeing as I've fallen down and all, I don't think I saw her face. Okay, but you heard her voice, right? Amir? Let me think. That voice came out of nowhere. It was kind of high-pitched. And I guess it kind of sounded like her, but I can't say whether or not it was this girl's voice. And there you have it, Sir Blue Knight. Such a pity. Huh? Yeet! My lord, it is clear that the defense's claim is nothing but a pointless waste of the court's time. I recommend you deliver unto them a penalty befitting such behavior. Indeed, Inquisitor. Ready yourself, defender. Wait, don't give it to me. Oh. I love that the shields came out like that was a fake out. What a flippin' fake out, Phoenix Wright. Really now? What is that laughter? Oh. Pardon me, my lord. It looks like you finally arrived at a decision. That means this has nothing to do with me. Isn't that right, Inquisitor Barham? What are you saying? I'm saying that it's time for me to stop peddling testimony and get back to peddling flowers. I mean, look at all these flowers left over. It's gonna take until sunrise to sell them all if I stay here any longer. Or maybe, my lord, you and the rest of the court will be interested in buying my entire stock of flowers to help a girl out. She's acting really sus right now. When you hear that piano play, when you hear the sus piano, when you hear that ominous piano playing, you know that Kira should have kept her mouth shut. You're right, Save. You're right. Should have kept your mouth shut. No, I don't think. I mean, then it's settled. Now, if you'll excuse me, my apologies for the interruption. You respect the hustle, though? The hustle selling flowers? What kind of hustle is that? Oh yes, does anybody want to buy my hustle? I'll sell my copy of Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. Understood. The court will dismiss the witness. Well, Miss Kira, it would seem you are beginning to show the court your true colors. Ominous Piano Man's brother who lives in Labyrinthia. Oh, whatever do you mean? Okay then, everyone, it looks like that's that.
Hold it!
Wait, you can't leave yet. This cross-examination isn't over. Now that's funny. You say it isn't over and yet the rest of the court seems to think otherwise. Isn't that right, Inquisitor Barnum? The Inquisitor maintains that the real witch is the accused, Espella Cantabella. This girl is nothing more than a witness. As such, the court cannot force her to stay against her will. This is bad. If they let her walk out, now, Nick, do you think she could be the real witch? You really like throwing around accusations, don't you, Sir Defender? Let me spell it out for you one last time, so even you can understand. I didn't know this man's name at all before today. I still don't remember. So, how could I have called out to him? Do you get it now? Now then, until we meet again, don't forget to buy some flowers on your way home, everyone. Get back here!
Hold it.
Oh. I love that hold it, though. Hold it. One moment, please, Miss Kira. Is there something else you wanted? You don't seem to realize what you just let slip. She kind of reminds you of Dahlia? Huh. That makes a lot of sense. What are you talking about? This man testified that he heard his name called at the crime scene. However, you had no knowledge of his name at the time. Is that correct? That's right. This weirdo is just imagining things. Like I said, I've already forgotten his name even though he told it to us earlier. There is just one problem, Miss Kira. Namely, what the voice he heard tonight was actually saying. Huh? What do you mean? That's obvious. It was a name, wasn't it? Now, what was that name again? Oh, Lord, I'm standing right here, you know. Poor Emir. You're saying that what this man heard tonight wasn't a name, but rather something else entirely. Indeed I am, Inquisitor Barnum. Something else? Aha! Oh, whoa, that angle. There's only one other thing it could be. It's a stretch, but the possibility is there. Front-facing Phoenix won't hurt you, don't worry. That's right, Mr. Wright. That single possibility is the key to solving this mystery. Is the defense ready to present its evidence to the court? This is ridiculous. I demand you let me go this instant. Yeet! Witness, what are you being accused of is not to be taken lightly. You will not leave this courtroom so long as any reasonable doubt remains. Well, thank you, Middle Ages Edgeworth. Defender, you may present your evidence. Show the court what the voice this man heard tonight was really saying. Ah, we did talk about that, chat. We did talk about that. It's Demir! Excuse me, mister. Hey, mister! I'm sorry, what was your name again? You've, got a name that no one seems to be. Aww. Slushy, you gotta go. Thanks for coming. Till next time. Not even Phoenix. Hey, it's Amir. My name's Amir, darn it. How many times have I gotta say it? No matter the number of times you say it, you do not look like an Amir. Again, I only remember my most loyal customers' names, and he doesn't look like he can afford even a single daisy. Ah! Come on, you guys, stop kicking a guy when he's down. Mr. Amir, what you heard tonight at the crime scene was not your name. Your name just so happens to sound exactly like a certain other name. Another name? The book. The answer is right here in this tome. I'm talking about Amir. Amir? What he actually heard at the time wasn't his own name. It was the name of a magical incantation. Oh, wait. We're getting to the good music. Miss Kira, have you forgotten what you said just a few minutes ago? You quite clearly stated that you didn't know this man's name.
Objection!
Sir Blue Knight, let me get this straight. You're saying that the Amir heard by the witness was actually said by this flower girl, and that it was not his name at all, but rather the incantation of a magic spell. The defense proposes the following. The true criminal, this supposed witch, is not the defendant, Miss Espella Cantabella, but instead the witness who was heard uttering the magic incantation, Miss Kira. She's our witch. You used magic to vanish from the scene and tried to frame Miss Cantabella instead. No! What just happened? Is that girl, is Espella really not a witch? Unbelievable! I've never heard anything like this. Inquisitor Barnum? Have those two really defeated Inquisitor Barnum? Front-facing Layton won't hurt you.
Objection!
Stop dabbing and yeeting, dang, I get it. An impressive display, Sir Blue Knight. It would seem you have finally managed to hone your blade. However, I believe that blade's edge is already beginning to dull. What do you mean? I am referring to a contradiction, naturally. Hey, that's my line. My lord, the Inquisition would like to set the record straight regarding what transpired this evening. Very well, Inquisitor Barnum. Sir Blue Knight, you claim the following. At the time of the crime, the accused, Espella Cantabella, was surrounded by the two rogues. Then... Oh, is that her with glasses? Front-facing Kira won't hurt you. Front-facing Kira with glasses won't hurt you. By the way, how do those glasses stay on, though? Can I get a pair like that it doesn't hook on by my ears, it just hooks on by my nose, and only my nose? You gotta super glue that thing on. Then in order to frame the accused as a witch. Miss Kira cast a spell to mirror and made herself vanish. She then moved in closer to the victims. At which point, she cast Ignaze, thus causing the incident seen by our witnesses tonight. Indeed, that does seem to be the claim. The problem is what happened next. By the way, chat, can I also bring up another thing though? This place has a lot of candles. I feel sorry for whoever has to replace all these candles every few hours, because these candles burn out quickly, don't they? Imagine being the one guy replacing all these hundreds and hundreds of candles. The problem is what happened next. There is a contradiction in the defense's account of Miss Kira's movements. A contradiction in her movements. Allow me to continue. The witnesses have stated that they each ventured out toward the crime scene. She did move there, which is when Miss Kira the witch made her way to the point while still invisible. When she arrived at that spot, she then cast a mirror and reappeared to join the other Hey, Haza! It's good to see you again, Haza. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Haza and Party. How you doing? Welcome to Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton. Hope everybody on Haza stream had a great stream while we were playing Haza. And there you have it. That is accurate, isn't it, Sir Blue Knight? That's correct. Then Mr. Amir heard her call his name. But yeah, what's up with you, Haza? What you been streaming? You been playing the Among Us game? By the way, how is the new map though? How is the Henry Stickmin map? I love Henry Stickmin, and I hope that the new map is good with the Henry Stickmin. It's like I would play Among Us, but I love Henry Stickmin a lot more. The thing is, I'm so glad I got to play Henry Stickmin though. Literally one of my favorite games I played last year. I did play it last year, yeah. Although I would love to see the group making Henry Stickmin 2. I would love to see Henry Stickmin 2 if they can. Oh wait, CB, you're right. We are playing Among Us now because right now in this case, they keep saying among and amongst. There's someone amongst us who's a witch. Back to the game. Well then, I have but one question that I would like you to answer. Why would a witch need to do such a thing? What do you mean? Supposing Miss Kira were a witch, surely she would not have made the conscious decision to reappear when she did. One would imagine she would remain hidden and flee the crime scene. Alright, Hazard, till next time. By the way, come by Saturday for my VTuber debut. You can't believe Among Us invented the phrase Among Us and the word suspicious. You mean the word sus. It's sus. Quite right, that's what I'd do if I was a witch. Given that point, there would be no viable reason for her to recite the incantation. In other words, it is inconceivable that this flower seller, Miss Kira, could be a witch. What? What just happened? Is Kira really not a witch? Inquisitor Barnum just turned this entire trial right around. Guess what I expect from Labyrinthia's Sword of Justice. Oh. Oh. She cracked! She cracked! Oh my goodness!
It's just as Inquisitor Barnum said.
She broke down.
Me? A witch? The idea is laughable.
I feel sorry for everybody who thought she was beautiful before. She's gone witchly. Not good, she's completely bounced back onto her feet. Ooh, we were so close too. I can't believe Inquisitor Barnum. Can't he see it? You just have to take one good look at her. It's obvious she's the real witch here. Remember, Mr. Wright, at times like this, a cool head will prevail. Mr. Layton! I'm sure you have had to fight your way out of circumstances such as these many times before. Oh yeah. This situation is no different. As a defense attorney, what would you usually do at such a time? What would I usually do? So first, Phoenix would cry, put his head down, and then Mia would appear to save the day. Murder? Phoenix will murder, yes, Phoenix will murder. He uses the back of his hair to stab the other person. Of course. There's only one thing that can get me out of a situation like this. I've got to murder these people! I've got to flip this case on its head and think outside the box. It would seem the defense has nothing further to add. Why, of course, that's because everyone knows the truth. They know that girl right there is the real witch. Poor Bella. That settles it then. Go ahead and deliver your verdict, my lord.
Objection!
Oh. The situation is exactly as you described in Inquisitor Barnum. It really doesn't make much sense for the witch to have used a mirror. Regardless, the defense still maintains that Miss Kira did utter that incantation and make herself reappear. Now the question is, for what reason? If she really didn't have to use that spell, then why use it in the first place? If I can find the answer to that question, then this entire case will start to unravel. Most fascinating. Very well, allow us to hear this theory of yours. Tell the court why it was necessary for the witch to appear at the crime scene. Well, we're still in the game. Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. The real reason Miss Kira reappeared at the scene of the crime was to become a witness, give herself an alibi, cover up her crime. I mean, I would say to give herself an alibi, but the thing is, I think it's either one of these two. She would give herself an alibi, and she could cover up her crime. You know what? I'm gonna go covering up her crime. I can't think of any other possibility. This has gotta be the answer. Isn't it obvious? She was trying to cover up her own crime. Because that makes more sense, to cover up her own crime and make Asbella seem like she's a murderer. She's covering up her crime. Oh, is that right? Tell me, why would she do that? Well, just give me a minute. I'm getting to that part. That will not be necessary, Sir Blue Knight. Huh? Think about it. What would she have to hide? If no one could have seen her to begin with. You heard the good Inquisitor. No matter how you look at it. Oh, she's doing that pathetic. She's doing that pathetic pose. She just looks down at you. Pathetic. No matter how you look at it, there'd be no reason for me to reappear, assuming I was the criminal, that is. I can't argue with her there.
Objection.
Oh. There's that manly objection. Pardon the interruption, but that's not necessarily the case. Mr. Layton? Oh, she's freaking out. Oh, wait a minute! Covering up her crimes, she lost her It's the glasses, it's gotta be the glasses. She probably burned them with the glasses to cover up her crime, because if she left her glasses there, they would know that Kira did it. Explain yourself, Sir Top Hat. You have stated that Miss Kira had no reason to reappear. However, the situation changed, and it became necessary for her to show herself. Isn't that right, Miss Kira? What are you talking about? I have no idea what you mean. It has to do something with the glasses, because she can't see without her glasses. It would seem the defense must clarify their argument with evidence. Mr. Wright, I believe that Miss Kira did not intend to reveal herself at the crime scene. Rather, that something occurred which forced this young lady to make herself reappear. What was so important that she had to reappear and risk being spotted? You're a little girl, you just got spotted. Defender, tell the Corps why it would have been necessary for the witch to appear at the crime scene. Easy. Glasses. Simple shades on your face.
Take that!
Give me 1 second. Miss Kira, you usually wear glasses, is that correct? Huh? It's like I already told you, I lost my glasses a few days ago. Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure about that? Or did you not, in fact, lose them tonight during the crime? Of course not. Flower. Perhaps you accidentally dropped them while you were committing the crime. Then as you were attempting to make your escape, you noticed they were... Oh, chat, I just got it. Chat, I just got it. Back then, the sploosh sound. The tall guy, he was talking about the sploosh sound. What if the glasses are in the bucket of milk because no one checked out the bucket of milk? Ew. That'd be nasty. Then as you were attempting to make your escape, you noticed they were gone. Therefore, you made yourself reappear in order to search for your missing glasses. No! Oh, we're getting in there, chat. We're getting in there. Yeet! How absurd. Such baseless conjecture. What you propose is fundamentally flawed. What do you mean? Let us assume, hypothetically, that the witch did in fact drop this evidence. That does not explain what purpose it would serve for her to make herself reappear. It would still make more sense for her to escape under cover of darkness.
Objection.
Unfortunately, Inquisitor Barnum, such a plan was simply not possible. What? Mr. Wright, do you understand what I'm suggesting? Hold on, chat, can I say one thing? I know that people do want Phoenix Wright in Smash, but why not Professor Layton? Professor Layton can destroy you with puzzles and logic. He can just grab a puzzle and destroy you with it. And Luke will be the assistant. Yes, he means the reason Miss Kira made herself reappear at the crime scene. Okay, this is it. Defender, enlighten us. Why did the witness feel the need to make herself reappear? Someone found her glasses. She couldn't find them because I think they're in the bucket of milk. Layton in Smash, but each time you want to use a move, you need to solve a puzzle? CB, that sounds like a funny video right there. Just imagine, like, every time you try to do an attack, a puzzle just pops up right there, and you gotta solve it really quickly just to finish the attack. It stops the whole game. Like, Professor Layton jumps in, punch it. Puzzle 1. You gotta wait for the player to actually finish the puzzle before you continue fighting. And the final smash is a very tough puzzle. The answer is simple, Your Honor. She couldn't find her glasses. She could not find them? If you've noticed, she's still not wearing her glasses right now.
Objection!
Hold a moment, Sir Blue Knight. What does that have to do with anything? Quick play lag, not puzzle stalling. Imagine puzzle stalling when Nintendo's online. You'll never finish that puzzle. That's right, it doesn't change a single thing.
Objection.
Firebrand, you stop that nasty line right now. Final Smash being a sliding puzzle. You stop right there. I don't like sliding puzzles. I don't like it. That's where you're wrong. In fact, it changes things quite a bit. Tonight, the two victims were engulfed by flames courtesy of a magic spell. That very instant, 4 witnesses saw the flames erupt at the scene. It was at that point. I am not dumb. Sliding puzzles are just, they're annoying. But wait, the sliding puzzle would work though. Imagine that everybody's in a puzzle and you can only dodge in the holes of the puzzle. So while I'm moving the puzzle, you gotta dodge the puzzles, but the puzzles move quickly. So basically I slide, and if you're in that spot, boom. But you gotta do it many times. You take like 10% damage each time you get hit by the sliding puzzle. That's something you didn't expect occurred. You suddenly lost your glasses. That's right. You were scared that if your glasses were discovered at the scene of the crime, you would be suspected of being a witch.
Objection.
You'd be sus. What foolishness. Even if her glasses were found, she could simply have explained that she dropped them there days before the crime happened.
Objection.
Layton's like, no, I did the puzzle in my head already. I know where it is. I'm afraid that is not a possibility, Inquisitor Bonham. What did you say? Tip's hat? If you recall, it had been raining quite heavily at the crime scene beforehand. Had she stated that she dropped her glasses before the crime, then naturally, one would expect the glasses to be soaked in water and covered in mud. By the way, chat, if I were ever to do a stream where I did puzzles, it will most likely be a Picross stream. I love playing Picross. Picross is actually my favorite puzzle game. However, the rain had already stopped at the time the crime itself was committed. In other words, one look at the pair of clean, dry glasses will reveal she dropped them later, thus implicating her as the witch. Pokemon Picross, huh? I should have known. I was perfecting my rainfall rending technique in the forest. And not once during the rainfall did I see that flower maiden traveling along the nearby path. Oh, they're turning against her. They're all voting against Kira. They're all going, vote, vote, vote. That's not all. In order to frame Miss Cantabella as the witch, you needed to leave this witch's scepter behind at the scene of the crime. I see. That would be the most definitive evidence that she is the witch. The objective here was to have somebody else discover the staff at the scene. Alas, that person was I. However, no doubt you came to realize that one can deduce which spells were used simply by examining the magic gems on the scepter. In this case, one can see that the witch must have used the mirror to vanish from sight and make her escape. That's why, Miss Kira, you were left with no option but to reappear at the crime scene. That was the only way for you to avoid sus if someone were to discover your glasses at the crime scene. By reappearing, you'd be able to explain that you simply dropped your glasses when you rushed to see what had happened. Oh, double slam! Double point! What do you have to say to that, Miss Kira? Oh boy. Breakdown time?
I've let you both ramble on and on, but playtime is over.
Playtime is over?
So that's it, then? I'm a witch because I dropped my glasses?
Yes.
I must have said it how many times now? I lost my glasses days ago. Were you even listening?
No, you're sus.
I'll say it again.
I'll push you in the fire.
Over a million times! I lost my glasses!
Goodness.
I lost my glasses! Do you like evidence, Sir Defender? Do you love proof, Sir Top Hat? Then prove I dropped my glasses at the crime scene. Ha! You can't prove it!
How you can't prove it?
Other words.
How you can't prove it?
You lose.
Pathetic. Oh my goodness, that was quite a breakdown. That was funny. You can't prove it. Smug-Kira. Smug-Era. Everybody's like, hello? That is correct. Proving such a thing would indeed be impossible. To prove that the witness dropped their glasses at the crime scene? What say you, Inquisitor Barnum? It is indeed a question of proof, my lord. These glasses have been missing from the very beginning. The Knights of the Inquisition found no trace of these glasses anywhere near the crime scene. Therefore, this witness cannot in any way be accused of being a witch. Have you seen the bucket? Just drink the milk, drink the milk. You'll notice a hint taste of glasses in there. You heard the man. But we were so close. That girl's a witch. Can anyone see that? What should we do, Professor? Ah! Oh, Layton's like, I lose. Think again. Well, it would seem the young lady has finished what she had to say. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Wright? Oh, we got the smug bros here. They looking smug. Yes, it certainly looks that way, Mr. Layton. What's with that face? Do you find something funny here? It is as you said, Inquisitor Bonham. Explain. The defense raises just one further question. Why were you unable to find those glasses? What do you mean? You must have searched the area quite thoroughly looking for them. And yet, even now the Knights have been unable to locate those glasses. Did you ever wonder why? Yes, that has become quite the mystery. Surely they must be around somewhere. The glasses were lost to the wolves. That is the only explanation. Yummy glasses, am I right? There is still one remaining place that you have not searched tonight. Huh? What did you say? The glasses were supposedly not found at the crime scene, leaving only one other possible place. What is this? You too? I must slice you immediately! How about you, Sir Blue Knight? Draw your blade and reveal to the court where the glasses are supposedly hiding. It looks like I've somehow managed to make it through my first witch trial. It all comes down to this, the final piece of evidence. Time to clear up this case once and for all. I leave the rest in your capable hands, Mr. Wright. The piece of evidence pointing to the one place not searched tonight is... Imagine, my badge. But wait, how come my badge is not here? I can't present my badge? Well, of course, it is the bucket of milk. Take that! Tonight, there was one thing that was carried away from the crime scene right under everyone's noses. Carried away? I am speaking, of course, about this. That's the milk bucket that disappeared from the crime scene. Thus far, the defense's claim that the glasses were dropped at the crime scene has been regarded as mere speculation. However, if Miss Kira, we find your glasses within the contents of this milk bucket, then our mere speculation will suddenly become fact. Oh boy! What manner of witchery? What are you talking about? You're crazy, just crazy! No way can my glasses be inside that stupid bucket. That's just impossible. How about we quit with the speculation and actually find out? What do you say, Inquisitor Bonham? They'll just waste the court's time. Don't listen to them. Don't. Tis mandated that the Knights of the Inquisition investigate any and all possibilities during the course of a trial. Hand it over, and he just goes... Imagine he just chugs the milk. Give me that milk! My lord, the Inquisition requests that this milk bucket be searched immediately! Not every court case you hear that you get to search a milk bucket. Very well. Milk, yummy. Wait, is he digging his hands in there? I'm pretty sure the judge just went like this into the milk and just pulled and found... What? What? Case solved. Miss Kira, as you can see, your glasses have been found inside the milk bucket. The truth is out. Nothing you say can change that now. Which leads us to the next question. Specifically, a question of when. When did you drop your glasses into the milk bucket? What? Why is this happening? This whole thing is ridiculous. The answer is obvious, isn't it? I dropped them afterwards, after I ran over to see the fire. I took a tiny peek inside the milk bucket. That's when they fell in.
Objection!
Oh. Don't be stupid, child. Snowy and I were at the scene first. We made sure to take that milk bucket before anyone else could get their grubby little hands on it. We weren't going to let a single soul get anywhere near that sweet, creamy bucket of deliciousness. You can bet my farm on that! Each of these 4 witnesses have stated they heard the spell names being cast at the time of the incident. According to the Grand Grimoire, Ignace summons a circle of flame within a 1-meter radius of the caster. In other words, the real witch must have been at Miss Cantabella's side at the time of the incident. Indeed, that is when the glasses fell into the milk bucket. Therefore, there is only one logical conclusion. Only one person who could be the true witch.
Miss Kira, you are the real witch.
You are the father. Oh! Oh, I thought her neck snapped. That was just a basket falling on her face. Oh! That was quick. How'd that happen? Arson to— oh, are we gonna see the fire? What a very strange trial this has been. From the very beginning, we have all paid witness to a most unusual set of circumstances. A big-return defender, a surprise extra witness, and now a not guilty verdict for the accused. Never have I ever seen such a spectacle. Anything can happen when Phoenix Wright is here. Is this really happening? The girl inside the cage? You mean she's the real witch? But what about that Espella Cantabella girl?
Miss Kira,
It's about to get lit.
tell us why. Why were you trying to frame Miss Cantabella?
She is so shocked.
You could easily have escaped the crime scene without a
Speechless.
trace. There was no reason to frame anyone. This crime was a result of nothing but your overwhelming ill intent.
To frame a person as a witch is to condemn that person to death by fire.
So we're about to see a show.
Surely you must know this. So why Espella Cantabella?
Oh yeah, I feel sorry for Espella. She's been going through like trial after trial, like through all these troubles and whatnot.
Do you have any idea what it feels like to be a witch?
No.
What it feels like.
Phoenix is like, I definitely feel like a witch right now.
I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for these powers, but I have them. And now here I am, begging for my life. I was living such a peaceful life until now, selling flowers.
What if in the middle of her
getting scolded
sentence
by
they
my
just
boss for
drop
not
her into the
selling enough of
fire?
them?
Like in the middle of the sentence, it's like, so selling flowers getting— ah!
That's why I was trying to put an end to these trials once and for all.
Put an end to the trials.
You all know what I mean? The one condition written in the story that will end these witch trials.
The one condition?
When the great witch Bezella has been put to the flames and vanquished from this world, these trials will come to an end.
Oh.
This was my chance to finally end all this. At least that's what I thought.
So Bezella's the final witch trial, I believe.
The sun had begun to set on that lonely forest path, and there wasn't a soul in sight. I always carried my hidden Telea Magica with me in case of a moment like this.
She pronounces it Magica, not Magica, or Magica, Magica.
I used my magic to expose that girl for what she really is.
She didn't do anything.
If I had been successful, then all these trials would finally end and I could go on living my peaceful life.
Selling flowers for the rest of your life?
What? What are you saying? Am I hearing this correctly? Are you actually accusing Espella Cantabella?
Why do you think no one has ever seen the legendary Great Witch? It's because she's been hidden in our midst the entire time. She's protected. She's hidden from us. It's all part of the story.
But is she accusing Espella Cantabella of being
Part of
the Great
story?
Witch?
Objection! That's enough! Speak no more. A witch's existence cannot be justified.
No,
Oh.
please. I know you've all noticed it too.
Oh, Sir Bonham's like,
We could end this.
hurry up.
All of this. That girl. It's all because of that girl. I beg you. Please. Please release me. Knights of the court, isn't it your duty to protect the people of this town? Give me another chance.
I don't think they consider you people, they consider you a witch. I'm sorry.
That is where you're wrong.
Huh?
Tis indeed a knight's duty to protect. We are impelled to protect the citizens of Labyrinthia against you and your ilk.
Ooh.
The reason you were offered my protection until now was because your guilt was uncertain. There was the possibility that you were not a witch. The circumstances were such that it seemed another was guilty. That possibility
Sir
has since
Bonham do
disappeared,
not
and your
care,
innocence
chat.
along
Sir
with
Bonham
it.
do not
You now find
care.
yourself at the other end of my sword.
Ooh.
Vile witch, enemy of Labyrinthia, may the fires purge you from this land.
Be gone, monster. You don't belong in this world.
Wait.
Espella.
Please, wait. Stop. Please, just stop this.
Espella!
If it means putting an end to these horrible trials. Let me take her place. Let me be Bezella. Send me to the flames.
Excuse me?
But please, if it would save her life.
This trial has proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that this flower seller, Kira, is a witch.
I don't think they're gonna let you,
And
Espella.
according to the law, all those found to be witches will be executed.
Oh boy.
Did
Are
he
they-
say executed? He can't mean.
Yeah.
This is most unsettling.
Are we going to see her burn?
Ready the fire.
Oh no. Wait, are we gonna see it animated? Oh, that's even worse.
Don't
Whoa.
do this!
Phoenix fighting back. Oh,
Listen to me. Don't let her fool you. Espella is the Great Witch. Hear me. There's no time to waste. She's Bezella. Take her. And then these witch trials will be no more. The witch trials will end.
oh my goodness. That was a brutal end to a trial? What the heck? So it's like we got a not guilty verdict, but someone died. Wow, I mean, I've seen other deaths happen in the game, such as, you know, such as young Mia seeing somebody die by poison, but we actually see someone alive die by fire in a metal cage. That was dark. So far, we've always managed to pull off a win and get a not guilty verdict, but winning has never felt this depressing. Oh, Espella, are you alright? Yes, I just want to thank you all. You all came to my rescue yet again. Well, yeah, of course we did. Hold on a second, Spella. What did you just say now? You all came to my rescue yet again. You don't mean... Yes, I remember everything. I remember the last trial. I suppose that makes this the second time we've met and the second time all of you have helped me. Front-facing Layton. Mr. Wright, am I to infer that you and Espella have met before? Ah, yeah, it seems that way. You too, Mr. Layton? Perhaps it would be best if we briefed each other on what has transpired. Oh, whoa! Okay, seeing Phoenix, like, in his suit. I know we talked to him before in, like, his apron and everything, but him in his suit, sideways, outside of court, is really, really odd. What happened in London? Espella paid us a visit in London. She had in her possession a letter from an old acquaintance of mine. Is that right? Mr. Accidente helped drive Espella straight out of Labyrinthia. You both kept me safe from the witches that were chasing me. Wait, did you say witches? So they appeared in London too? I'm so not ready for Ace Attorney investigations. What's investigations? They all face sideways. Ah! That's spooky! Regrettably, I'm unable to say that our protection was absolute. When we saw you last, it seemed you managed to escape, courtesy of that passing freighter. Oh yeah, that's right. What happened to you after that, Espella? I rode the ship along the river for a while before arriving at a nearby port. And then... It's 2 a.m. Why are you telling me that? That's, on you, Arthur. That's when I met Mr. Wright and Maya. Okay, what should we discuss? What happened on the ship? Yes, please, I need to know. I didn't know where the ship would end up. I felt very lonely out there. Please accept my sincerest apologies. I'm afraid there was nothing else I could do to prevent it. No, please don't blame yourself, Mr. Layton. I just didn't know what to do, so I tried to look for something, anything on the ship that might help me. Boy, you sure found something alright, or rather someone. You ran into a master thief working as part of the ship's crew. Yes, that's right. Did you say master thief? Crikey, that's amazing. I wouldn't exactly say it was amazing. After that, I was taken to court, and that's when Mr. Wright helped me. I see. Then perhaps, somewhere deep within your mind must have existed a memory of that previous trial, and of Mr. Wright. Hence why you thought to seek out his help when you found yourself in such an unfortunate situation this evening. That makes sense. After all, Nick did make legal history that day in jolly old England. Did you say he made history? Wow, that's incredible, right, Professor? I wouldn't exactly say I made history. But then, after that, I was never able to find my way back to the Professor. Even after I went through the pains of finding that clue, it ended up being taken away from me. A clue, you say? Yes, the tag that was hanging around the neck of that sweet little stuffed toy. That tag was a clue? A clue for what? The Badger, right? We're talking about PC Badger, that's the name, PC Badger. I had a lot of time to think while I was on that ship. I thought about a lot of things. Like, how to try and find a way back once the ship arrived at its destination. Things like that. Find a way back? A way back to Mr. Layton and Luke. They were the only ones I knew I could depend on to help me. The pleasure was ours, Espella. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't remember the name of the town where they lived. Huh? You mean London, Espella? Oh, that's it, London. That's what was written in Carmine's letter to Mr. Layton. Look, it's PC Badger! The blue teddy bear I found in that room was wearing a tag around its neck. Sorry, Espella, but PC Badger looks nothing like a teddy bear. Alright, who here in the chat would have PC Badger? Who here in the chat would actually collect blue badgers if they actually had them as real merch? On the tag in very small letters was written London. I recognized the name of the town. You hit PC Badger with a baseball? What? What the flip? I thought it might be an address. That's because that stuffed toy was used in a special promotion run by the London Metropolitan Police. Oh, that's right. Espella, you must have known that address was super important, so that's why you kept the tag, right? That way you can meet up with Mr. Layton and Luke again. I just felt so lonely and helpless. I wonder though, who do you think really did it? Hit Olivia over the head with a pipe, I mean. What's this? Oh yeah, I guess we never did find out who the real culprit was. I do believe that may have some connection to the group of witches. What? You mean the witches that were chasing us throughout London? Indeed. It could be that they noticed your escape onto that ship and managed to infiltrate their own way aboard. Could it be? So, you're saying there was some big scary witch lurking around the inside of that cargo hold? I'm afraid there is a rather high possibility that was the case. Those witches were intent on seeing you brought back to Labyrinthia no matter what. However, in order to do so, they had to make certain you did not become entangled in any situation that may stall your capture. Ah, in other words, the situation with Miss Al Dente, you mean? Precisely. They must have knocked that crew member unconscious and attempted to recapture Espella before the police could arrive. However, their plan was clearly foiled given that you ended up in court regardless. And that's when she became my client. Something weird is going on with Espella right now. I just can't clearly remember anything that happened back then. Do you think there's a possibility that someone was pulling Espella's strings throughout the entire trial? Hey, maybe you're right. There was something a little strange about Espella at the time. Mr. Wright, Espella was introduced to you at the time as a schoolgirl. Is that correct? Yes. She would have no knowledge of the world outside of Labyrinthia. That being the case, having her stand in an English courtroom as she would pose a serious problem. Meaning that someone must have been attempting to cover up Espella's identity. What? But Professor, could someone really do that? That they could indeed, Luke. And if it is as I suspect, I believe our adversaries may be far more powerful than we originally thought. Just exactly who or what are we dealing with here? Front-facing Maya. Hey guys, let's head back to the bakery for now. I bet the boss is waiting for us with one heck of a pastry feast. Oh, actually, I can't go home just yet. Huh? You can't? Aw. Well, there are still a couple of legal procedures to be taken care of before I can go home. Please, you go on ahead without me. Is that so? Very well. I really must thank you all. Thank you so much for everything. Alrighty then, Espella. We'll catch you later. Yes. Farewell for now. You sure this legal proceedings? You sure? Mr. Wright, please allow me the pleasure of a proper introduction. My name is Herschel Layton. I am a professor of archaeology in London. A professor, huh? Well, my name is Phoenix Wright. I'm an attorney. As I suspected, you were no ordinary baker after all, Mr. Wright. Yeah, I thought it was pretty weird myself, to be honest. I mean, I really did believe I've been a baker all my life. But the more everyone kept saying it, the less sure I was that it was actually true. Just where did that memory come from anyway? Hey, Professor, if Mr. Wright is an attorney, then that must mean he's as smart as you, right? Oh, no, he's not. I'm afraid I can't really say, Luke, but I know that I'm the smarter one. But... behind every ace attorney, there's an even smarter, not to mention beautiful, witty, and utterly amazing ace assistant. I think you also forgot humble. My name's Luke Triton. I'm the professor's apprentice. I'm Maya Fey, and Nick here is my apprentice. Oh goodness, isn't that right, Nicky boy? Nicky boy? Adachi baby. Nicky boy? Hey wait, why am I your apprentice? Anyway, we should all head back to the bakery. Let's all get a move on. I'm sure Espella will be back before we know it. I would not get your hopes up about that, Sir Blue Knight. Oh, what's going on now? Front-facing Inquisitor Barnum! Most impressive work tonight. It is a shame you have kept such ability hidden until now. Trust me, Nick's lawyer abilities beat the pants off his baking abilities any day of the week. Okay, moving on. What do you mean by that, Inquisitor? Why can't Espella go home? New charges have been brought against Mrs. Bella Cantabella. New What? No way! That can't be right! You have realized it, haven't you? She is being charged under suspicion of being the Great Witch Bezella. Oh... She what? How can that be? Am I to assume that charge is based purely on Miss Kira's accusation? Are you kidding me? So we're never gonna leave? Imagine like we're done. Okay, next trial. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It was not I who made the decision. Huh? Then who? Regardless. The girl will return to court at the appointed time for further trial. Until then, I am to seek out any and all evidence pertaining to the Great Witch. Pardon me, Inquisitor. When exactly is this appointed time? 2 minutes from now. The investigation into this allegation will conclude on the day of the storyteller's next parade. That would be 2 weeks from today. Okay, when did we go into Persona all of a sudden? 2 weeks! Gotta find out what happens. Do it before the time ends or it's game over. Just like Persona. Following our investigations into the matter, the trial of the Great Witch shall proceed. What the? It would appear the girl has been withholding a dark secret from you all. Espella Cantabella's questioning is set to begin shortly. That means visiting hours are over. I recommend you leave immediately. Where is she gonna be? In the stockades? There is no jail, right? Just stockades. Espella, the legendary Great Witch Bezella? The story that dictates the fate of an entire town, and now a so-called Great Witch named Bezella. Most intriguing. It would seem to be up to us to uncover the answers to these mysteries. But how are we supposed to manage it all in 2 weeks? Where are we going to find any evidence? You know, I was thinking, how do you address the Great Witch? Hail to thee, old magnificent magical one. Or maybe just, what's up, witchy baby? What's up, Adachi baby? What difference would it make? She's called the Great Witch. That's not someone I ever want to meet. So basically, just like Ghost Witch and how one character always keeps dying, Espella always keeps getting caught. How about that? Just like Ghost Trick, the same girl is always in the same trouble every single time. And we gotta save her. Literally Ghost Trick plot. I believe I thought of a solution to our problem. It's actually rather simple. Professor Layton? Allow me to explain, Mr. Wright. The only way we may be able to solve the mysteries of this town and its residents is if we join forces. He's right, you know. We've come this far. There's no way we're just gonna give up on Espella. Okay, I'm on board. I look forward to teaming up with you, Professor. Me too, Luke. Me too, Maya. Do you believe it's the next case that's your favorite in this game? Oh, then that means after the next case, it's gonna go downhill and I'm gonna get bored. I joke though, I'm enjoying this game a lot. Now then, shall we press on? This marks the beginning of our own story, one dictated by ourselves and written by our own hands. The crossover now begins officially, to be continued next time. I hope you enjoyed that, everybody. Thank you all for joining tonight's stream. This was crazy. Oh wait, hold on a sec. Tutorial completed? What do you mean tutorial completed? The real game starts now. That's scary. I will save though, but holy heck, that was insane. Hold on, let's see how... It's been 12 hours. It's literally been 12 hours. That's the insane thing about it. 12 hours. That's a long time right there. But of course, I'm gonna end the stream here for tonight. Thank you all for joining me. But of course... Oh yeah, Persona 5 tutorial did last 100 hours. You're right. You're so right. But I hope to see you all on Saturday. Reminder, I will not be streaming on Friday because I will be away. But I will be back with Saturday for the Mario Kart and Pokemon card opening stream and the debut of VTuber Pixel. So I hope you're all looking forward to V-Pixel showing up, to Vixel showing up. So until then, everybody, have a good day, have a good night wherever you are, sleep well, and I'll catch you all Saturday. Big debut coming up. Peace out.